toda la noche, no nos queda mucho tiempo más. No quiero perder lo que queda. Seguimos siempre la pasión y confiamos solo en el amor. Yeah. No quiero perder lo que queda. Y más allá, a través de la gran oscuridad, hasta que me convierta en rayos. Y más allá, a través de la gran oscuridad. Y más allá. Me convierta en rayos. Y más allá, a través de la gran oscuridad. Y más allá. Seremos miles, crecemos en número, en solo un trueno de horizontes. Seremos miles, más allá, a través de la gran oscuridad, hasta que me convierta en rayos. Y más allá,
Stand up, come on, get loose with the heat. Right now, leave your body till you black out. So get the fuck up. So cover and duck, you're out of luck, we don't give up. Yeah, we're going up, next floor is us, you're riding with us.
just follow your trail, and I'm losing your mind, and I'm losing your head. Let me escape from this love, cause I'm a prisoner. I just want to look my way and never back to you. know what we're doing. Things are about to change, it's evolution. Wait to shake the ground, you feel it moving. We're the revolution. Can you give me what I need? Just give me what I want, baby. Can you give me what I need? Just give me what I want. Just give me what I want. Give me what I'm looking for. Just give me what I want, baby. Just give me what I want. Can you give me what I need? Just give me what I want, baby. Can you give me what I need? Just give me what I want. Just give me what I want. Give me what I'm looking for.
Abrázame toda la noche, no nos queda mucho tiempo más. No quiero perder lo que queda. Seguimos siempre la pasión y confiamos solo en el amor. Yeah. No quiero perder lo que queda. Y más allá. A través de la gran oscuridad hasta que me convierta en rayos. Y más allá. A través de la gran oscuridad. Y más trueno de horizontes, seremos miles, más y más allá, a través de la oscuridad, hasta que me convierta en rayos, más y más allá, a través de la oscuridad, más y más allá.
Get up. We want you to get on your feet. Stand up, stand up. Come on, get loose with the heat. Right now, right now. Think your body till you black out. So get the fuck up. So cover and dock, you're out of luck, we don't give up. Yeah, we're going up, next floor is up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Simplay Motorsport, here for a very special event in this one. We are here for the Gran Turismo Sport World Cup, the first part of a World Cup which is going to take part tonight and tomorrow night, and we've got 10 drivers on the grid with some very random countries in selection tonight. Our waiting Smoky Devil, who is running a little late, so hopefully we can get him in a little later on. But a special event in between the Season 2 and Season 3 off-season. We've got a special Formula 1 event, a ACC event, the Daytona 500, as well as our regular 24-hour race. So make sure, everybody, you are with us for that one then. But we're here, 6 races tonight, 6 races tomorrow across varying different circuits then, and we have got 10 guys out on track. And let's take you through the first man, who's in the P1 position at the minute with a 5-minute qualifying. That is Rabbit Joe, representing Team Greece tonight is Rabbit Joe. You'll also see him on the track tomorrow night representing Team Finland, I do believe it is. No, Joe representing, can't find his name now, South Korea tomorrow night, but representing Greece tonight, Lucas Roth as well on track, representing Uruguay, aka Keegs as well, that Bozzy Boy representing the Azerbaijan, Monkey Boy representing a small little island above Venezuela. Apologies as the pad decided to disconnect. Monkey Boy then representing a small little island just above Venezuela in the name of Caraco. Argent here representing Norway, was meant to be representing Scotland tomorrow night, can't make tomorrow night, so instead is representing the Norway squad. Big Boy Brazier representing Kosovo, with Stoslov representing the African nation of Ghana in the number 47 car tonight. Dean Wasocki representing Argentina. Now, the way the driver's look was drawn is it was just random names on a wheel, spin the wheel, then randomly select the the countries that they will be driving for. KLF, Kelly making his Simplay debut outing here today, representing the Switzerland team. Let's see what he can do. Will they be smacking each other's heads in the garage like they do on Cool Runnings, or will they be banging their heads against a brick wall? We'll have to find out tonight. And Ensign Ewart, a friend of Jamie Brazier's, representing the Malaysian country tonight, so let's see what he can do in the number 100 machinery. Now, the way this is going to work is you score 15 points for a win, all the way down to 14 points for a win, all the way down to 1 point for 14th place. We don't have the 14 drivers on, we've only got 10 of them, so let's see what they can do. As an evening to Welshie and DJ Phil in the chat. But at the minute, some out laps coming in. They're only going to get about 2 flying laps here. The way this is going to work is some short races. One's a bit longer at 30 laps, but it is only a 48 second lap, 50 second a lap track, as you'll find out the tracks as we go through the evening then. But we're at Catalonia, 11 laps here. The grids for this race will be formed through qualifying. Everything else will be determined through the reverse grid order. KLF for the win, says DJ Phil, as Keegs is about to cross the line to complete his first flying lap. And as you can see, brilliant job. Shout out to Big Boy Brazier for doing the liveries for us this afternoon. As you can see, lovely livery there on the back of Keegs' car with the Simplay logos left and right. Castle Hill Cars, our sponsor, on the top of the wheel arches. Lap times are coming in here. Lucas Roth currently P1, as Argent has just gone into P2 for Team Norway. Team Karaka up in 3rd place at the moment, with Team Greece in 4th. Azerbaijan's P5, with Kosovo down in 6th place. Stealth Sloth is 7th for Team Ghana. Dean Wasaki crosses the line and does a 51.3 for Team Argentina. Kelly just behind him with a 51.4. Ewan not yet set a lap time, as he's got plenty of space on the back of this track to get a time in here then, as he's coming round the final couple of corners here. Ensign Ewart coming round the final chicane then, so 11 laps of this track. They're all going to get 2 qualifying laps in then, just a short 5-minute qualifying. The rest of the races will be determined by a 5-minute races. Ewan goes P1 by 1.2 seconds quicker than anybody else so far. So Lucas Roth, he has his work cut out, but what can he do? The Team Uruguay car then, what are they capable of tonight? If you're wondering why we decided to do this, bit of a World Cup. We've been on about the A1 GP from back in the day, those who remember the A1 GP, the World Cup of Formula 1 racing, if you will. And we decided to have a little go ourselves. So we've got 10 guys representing 10 different countries tonight. As you can see, it's pretty much nighttime, and Keegs all very, very wide, coming through into the final sector of this Catalonia circuit here. And he backs out of his lap there. He slows down a massive amount, and that is going to be Rabbit Joe then, who's going to cross the line ahead of him. Lucas Roth just behind him, but I think he may be out of a lap time here. I don't think he's going to improve. What is Rabbit Joe going to do? 4.5 off the pole time at the minute. The checkered flag is flying, and here comes Rabbit Joe. Goes up into P3. Lucas Roth did not improve. It's going to be Monkey Boy, is it? No, it's going to be that Buzzy Boy to cross the line next. Does he improve any? No, he doesn't. Argent doesn't improve. What about Monkey Boy himself? No improvement from him. Big Boy Brazier crosses the line and goes P4. Now Stealth Sloth, nobody in front of him. What can he do from P8? Needs to make up 1.3 seconds. Here comes Dean Wasaki though, charging out the final bend. No improvement for them guys. KLF, no improvement as well. And for Ewart at the moment, it's P1, and that is where he is going to stay, as he's going to cross the line here to finish qualifying. Track limits are on, and other features are on as well. Damage and fuel, no tyre wear for these guys, all running the same tyre, so no one can change tyres. Ewart crosses the line and improves to go a 1:44.6. So Ewart takes the pole position for race 1 in the Team Malaysia car. As the Simplay race is about to begin here at Catalonia on GT Sport. There are your drivers on the grid. All their lights are on here. It's going to be Ewart on pole with Lucas Roth 2nd. Rabbit Joe P3 with Big Boy Brazier 4th. Argent will line up 5th with Monkey Boy 6th. Bozzy Boy 7th with Stealth Sloth 8th. Dean Wasaki 9th, and KLF on the back at the moment as we just drop down to 10th. There is KLF, but it's 3, 2, 1. We're green here, and it's a good getaway from Lucas Roth initially, but who gets the better launch? That Buzzy Boy from behind looks like he's got a good start as they're going to head down towards turn 1 now here at Catalunya. Lap 1 of 11 here, and Lucas Roth right up the inside of Ewart at the moment. Rabbit Joe on the tail of him as they break into turn 1. Ewart stays in the lead round the outside of Lucas Roth. Joe holds off from Monkey Boy. That Buzzy Boy, great start, 7th up to 5th. He's found 2 places. He's going to try and look the long way round on Monkey Boy at the moment. He's looking at the inside. Oh, a bit of a mistake for Monkey Boy. Puts him onto the grass, and that Buzzy Boy will go up into P4. Here he goes then, trying to attack Rabbit Joe as the camera pans round now, and he's up the inside of Rabbit Joe for the final podium spot at the moment, and that is P3 done. KLF from the back of the grid up to P5. What a start to his race for Kelly. What a dream start. Dean as well, back of the grid to P6. Stelzloff's made a few grabs. He goes up the inside of Dean there and really sends one up the inside. Dean down to 7th. Kieran Argent, Monkey Boy and Brazier, work to do. 8th, 9th, 10th at this moment in time. A Big Boy Brazier for Kosovo looking up the inside of the Caraco car, gets it done, crunches with the Norwegian car of Kieran Argent then, and that puts him a little wide and allows Monkey Boy back through. But Dean Wysocki here side by side with Stelzloff as they come onto what is normally the second DRS zone here on the F1 circuit, but at the moment they're coming round to get this job done, and Stelzloff looks for a move up the inside of Big Boy Brazier. Dean's dropped down to P9 as well. Is he looking for a move back up alongside his season 1 teammate? No, can't get that one done, and Argy Bargy fighting his way through and manages to get up past the inside of Dean, then up into P8 for him. But it looks like Monkey Boy is going to lose out a couple of places here as Dean's looking up his inside now, round into the final section they go. Dean back into P9, battle at the front. Ewart leads here with Key Lucas Roth right behind him then, and he's not letting him get away. Rabbit Joe's P3 back out of that Buzzy Boy. He's well off the pace at the moment. KLF defending from Big Boy Brazier as Big Boy Brazier has the run on Kelly into P5, and job done. Kelly now pulls back into the slipstream, the number 1 car for Team Switzerland here. What can he do into the braking zone at turn 1? Is he going to be later on the brakes and brave it to send one up the inside? No, Jamie covers the door and Kelly runs a little deep. Argent 7th, Monkey Boy 8th, Dean Wysocki 9th. Stelzloff has dropped down to P10th after all the hustle and bustle of lap 1. We're on to lap 2 now, and Ewart here has a commanding 1.2 second lead then as they're coming round into the middle part of the Catalunya circuit here then, and Ewart really good value for his money at the moment. What can Lucas Roth do in this race if he is to get anything out of this one? Then you see the fastest lap there by Ewart as well. Really good job for him. Real name is Dan, so I might just call him Dan for the rest of the stream. Ewart. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Oh, he's very wide onto the curb. Oh, has a big twitch here as he gets along the rumble strip. And Ewart really pushing that Team Malaysia car. Lucas Roth losing ground on him this lap. There's Rabbit Joe. Buzzy Boy now coming under some pressure from Big Boy Brazier. Brazier has, you see there, a 1.5 second slowdown penalty. So he has to yield all that time then. And he's going to do that coming into the hairpin. He ghosts then to not cause any collisions. And KLF again a bit deep into the hairpin. Monkey Boy now starting to gap Argent, who's gapping Dean Wysocki slightly with Stelzloff down in P10 at this moment in time. Ewart then, 2.1 second lead he has. He's flying at the moment. Keegs can do nothing about him so far. The Lucas Roth P1 account, obviously Keegan Walsh banned for about 20 odd days now I'd say, but he's on the Lucas Roth account. Down towards turn 1. Great camera angles we're bringing you here tonight at the Catalunya circuit in these Red Bull X 2014 Junior cars. So just a little concept car for you, but the junior version, so it's nice to see so many people watching the videos. If you are watching, please give us a comment. Let us hear from you tonight. We've already heard from Welshie and DJ Frill. Let's hear from you as well. If you're in the comments, please do give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe as well. Join us tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for the 14 car grid, a bit more fuller grid tomorrow night. Some similar drivers and a few others faces tomorrow for that one. Then Rabbit Joe P3 on his own. Big Boy Brazier has now passed that Buzzy Boy, and he's hustling and bustling to get towards Rabbit Joe. The gap is 5.2 seconds to Rabbit Joe, but Big Boy Brazier at the minute on a mission. That Buzzy Boy P5, he's going to try and do bits to keep up with Big Boy Brazier. KLF, fantastic job, P6 at the moment, really well from P10 on his Simplay debut outing here. You see them all with the British flags, British drivers, all of them, but at the moment representing other countries tonight. KLF has got Argent hassling the back of him here, as Argent has got past Monkey Boy then, and Monkey Boy here is going to maybe look for a way through, I wonder. He's on the back of Argent here, but I want to get through. Nicky in the chat, looking forward to this tomorrow. Nicky representing Team England tomorrow night, so be sure to tune in for that one as Monkey Boy breaks into the corner. Different tracks tomorrow night, and Argent's trying to go around the outside and ends up off the circuit there then, and looks like he's going to get that move done around the outside. Kelly a little vulnerable there, he got left. KLF down to P8. Is Kieran yielding the time? I don't think so. It was a bit ambitious that from Kieran onto the grass. Looks good. What's the max grid numbers? 14 is the max grid numbers, Chris, and we've got 14 for tomorrow night, so should be an enthralling race there as Kelly gets the chicane horribly wrong. He's got Dean Wasocki now trying to hassle the back of him here, with Stelzloff closely following Dean. That cap's 1.3 seconds. Monkey Boy though has got back in front of Argent and using the slipstream down the start straight to good effect here. 3 cars all coming towards turn 1. Kosovo, Norway and Switzerland, with Argentina and Ghana in the back, and here goes KLF up the inside of Norway and the Team Switzerland car later on the brakes. Does he get the move done? No, can't get it done. Norway then manages to hold position and get that job. Nicky says KLF Team Prolapse. Don't know if I should announce it yet or not, but KLF joining for the season 3 on the Pro-Am grid, as is Nicky, so that's going to be an interesting one to watch. KLF then looking back up the inside here. Can he get the job done on Argent? Well, Chief, you've got the game. Get a livery off of Jamie Brazier that Jamie Brazier shared. You can get one easily. Plenty of countries left in terms of the USA, the Philippines, Mexico, Croatia. Get one of them liveries and you can get yourself on the grid if you are able to get on the grid tonight. That'd be brilliant to see you there. KLF then back up into P7. He's got the move done, and further forward Big Boy Brazier has the job done on Rabbit Joe then, as he had a slowdown penalty there. That's why he was ghosting, you see, but he's got the job done up into P3. Keegs 2.4 off the back of Ewart at the moment, very twitchy and wiggly through the chicane of the final couple of corners. 11 seconds back to Big Boy Brazier. Joe has a 1.1 second penalty for corner cutting somewhere then, and only takes a little bit of time there. He needs to get rid of that penalty. We're on lap 4 of 11 here, and already Joe starting to feel some pressure. He's now going to go, if he gets rid of it, he's got to get rid of it on the straight, which is really going to hurt his chances here, and this could really allow that Bozzy boy to gain on the back. Joe has got to get rid of that penalty then. I don't know what happens on this game if he can't get rid of the penalty straight away, and if it stays there for a bit longer. Let's see what happens into turn 1 though. On the brakes, gains 0.3 back on his penalty, but it's not enough at the moment to get rid of it. That Bozzy boy running a lonely race, P5 so far. 7 seconds off the back of Rabbit Joe, but 6 seconds up the road of KLF, who's got back past Monkey Boy then, and he's really looking good here, Kelly, tonight. Looking very racy, chucking that car in, and has a bit of a spin, and he's took too much speed through turn 1. Monkey Boy's ultimately slowed down a bit. Argent's flew past him, with Socki goes up into 8th, and Stealth's off all across the grass there as the green flags fly after turn 1, and KLF from P6 down to P9. Wow, Stealth's off, he cut the grass that much. He has a huge mammoth slowdown penalty, 3.4 seconds he received there. Dean Wasocki is gaining on the back of Argent. Did Argent have a slowdown penalty? If so, he's dropped down to P8 and behind Dean Wasocki. He's also now under pressure, is Monkey Boy, from Dean. So Dean on a bit of a charge at the moment, got past Kelly after Kelly's little spin, and he's on a charge past Kieran Argent, and he's on the back of his season 1 teammate Monkey Boy then. And again, hats off to Big Boy Brazier for doing such a good job with these liveries, inputting the flag on top of this Red Bull car with the logo over the top. Cracking job he has done. Massive shout out to him for the work and time he's put in over the week to get this done. He's well ahead of Joe now, and is 9 seconds off the back of Lucas Roth, who's now 4 seconds off the back of Ewart. For Lucas Roth here, he's got some work to do, I tell you. He's really got to make sure that he gets a lot of good times in here to keep up with that pace for Jamie Brazier. He will not want to drop off the back of that pace. He will not want to do it at all. He'll want to keep on pushing. Nicky in the chat says, come on Kelly, steady drive. Indeed, he needs a steady drive back down to P9. He's only a second off the back of Argent here, and will be in that slipstream as they come down the very long start straight here at Catalonia. But ultimately, Argent has a bit of slipstream from Dean Wasocki as well. Here is Dean, Monkey Boy just the car going past. There's Dean, there's Kieran, Kelly all over the back of Kieran. Is he going to look for a move into turn 1? He tries to get later on the brakes and can't get the move done there, but Kieran Argent keeps his place for now. Stowslov, a few problems at the moment round here. Back up towards the front, you are 5.3 in the lead of this race, a 1 minute 43.5. Oh, Lucas Roth all over into nearly in the gravel there. So not where Lucas Roth wanted to be. Slow down penalty of half a second, so it was coming for Lucas Roth. And he might be able to get rid of that relatively easy. He doesn't need the time penalties though, while he's got Jamie catching to the back of him though. Don't forget, race 2 here at the Dragon Trail circuit. Again, an 11 lap race, but reverse grid as Keegs can't get rid of that slow down penalty still. He's got a 10th, there it goes, is it? I believe it's gone off our screens, but it's still being said above his name, so he may just have to yell just a smidgen of time here then. As we're here for the Simplay Motorsport World Cup, Keegs may just have to yield a slight bit of time, and now the penalty has gone from over his name, I do believe. Can't see his name at the moment. Is that penalty sign still there? It is still there, so it's gone now. So Keegs has fully got rid of his penalty. And Jamie, 7.7 behind at the minute, has got a lot of work to do. We're on lap 7 of 11 here. As Rabbit Joe P4, it looks like he may have had a slowdown penalty. He's had a bit of a problem then. Liam Gamer really has caught Rabbit Joe here, something quite quickly. Joe very slow down the straight, and that Bozzy boy then is looking a bit racy. Did Rabbit Joe have a slowdown that he took down the straights? 11 minutes 19 into this session. We reckon it's about a 15 minute, just over a 15 minute race here. So each race is around 15 minutes long. For Rabbit Joe, he's got his teammate of the 2 seasons, Liam Gamer, behind him. Not teammates next year. Nothing confirmed yet, but I know they've confirmed they aren't teaming up together next season. And Rabbit Joe then, currently P4 on track, 14 seconds off the back of Big Boy Brazier. Is ultimately 3 seconds ahead of his ex-teammate Liam Gamer. Monkey Boy P16 still in 7th, and RG Bargy in KLF having a little battle, and Kieran on the grass there in Argent 22 all over the grass through turn 4. He gets it recovered now. He's got plenty of time back to Stoves off, but he has lost a lot of time there to KLF through that part of the track then. Really struggling there to get it done. Looking around the outside of this man, that is Dean Wysocki has a 1 second slowdown penalty that he's not budging at the minute. I don't know if he's trying to get rid of it, but he's got a bit slow, and Kelly now is all over the back of him. Just a little nudge up the rear from KLF there onto Dean Wysocki, and Dean here will find that he's the slowdowns on this game, you've got to kind of keep a bit of throttle in, as Dean, you see there, loses 2 tenths of his slowdown penalty, now a 3rd tenth, so he's down to 7 tenths left to slow down by. But you've got to kind of keep a bit of throttle on while going slow, down to 6 tenths of a second. But KLF, he's lost Monkey Boy as Dean now. Monkey Boy is well out in front. But Dean here with his 6 tenths of a slowdown penalty, that's down to 3 tenths now. So he's getting rid of it quite quickly on this back part of the track, as we saw Keegs do as well. There goes another 10th. But he's now not only taking Kelly with him, he's also taken Argent with him, who had lost out big time down these on the last lap due to a bit of an off. And here then is Dean Wysocki, 2 tenths he's got to slow down by with 13 minutes into this race. We're on lap 8 of 11. Ewart leading this race by some margin. This, the closest battle on the track at the minute, as they're coming in towards the final couple, the first 2 corners then. Argent, bad run down the straight, not sure what happened to him as Dean's slowdown penalty has now been cleared. He's free to go. Big Boy Brazier has half a second slowdown penalty. That's not what he wants when he's half a second, when he's only 6.2 off the back of Lucas Roth. He's just set a personal best time through that middle sector. And Keegs as well. Wow, Keegs has a 3 second slowdown penalty at the minute for Team Uruguay. So for Team Uruguay here, they're really picking up some penalties in this race. And that will near enough half the deficit back to Big Boy Brazier. So Keegs really needs to watch his slowdown penalties here. If we take it to the live timing screen then, there is the fastest laps of the race. You can see everybody's fastest laps on the very right hand side of your screen. The red line going across the screen is retrospect to where they are on track, and a bit of a lap by lap guide then on the lap chart. But back to the racing. Lucas Ross has 2.6 seconds worth of penalties. Ewart flying at the moment. Big Boy Brazier 5 seconds off the back of Lucas Ross. Rabbit Joe P4 has got that Bozzy boy around a similar gap to what he was early on. Monkey Boy in his own race at the moment. KLF is now ahead of Argentine Dean Wysocki. Dean's dropped down to 9th and 3 seconds off the back of Argentine KLF, so I'm not sure what's happened there, but Kelly at the moment absolutely flying so far. He really is having a good race here at the moment in time. And he's P7, so good few points at the minute. He's got Argent now. What kind of run can Argent get? Has Kelly got a 1 second penalty then? Not sure the +1 is next to his name. It's 1 minute. He's 1 minute behind the leader. That's what that is, because Kieran is 1 minute 1. And he's only a second behind KLF. Kieran does not get a good run at that final corner there, and really is slow in a straight line. KLF then really powering through up the straights here. P9 at the moment. Argent P8 for Team Norway. Team Argentina, Dean Lusocki. You see there, a good bit of Simplay advertising then. And poor old Stove, it's not been his race. He's caught Dean a little bit. You see the Simplay logo on the side of the car. Brilliant advertisement there to the league and the season 2 that has just ended, as we are heading into season 3 shortly. More special events coming up in the off-season. Formula 1 100% race, ACC race. We've got the Daytona 500 and the 24-hour race as well, so stay tuned for that. Oh, Stokes off very, very wide through there, and he's into the gravel, and he may have Ewart on the back of him by the end of this. He probably won't actually. There is only 2 laps left. We're into the 16th minutes. This is what ran a lap longer, 2 laps longer than expected, should I say. But at the minute, all looking good if you're this man. 14 seconds in front of Big Boy Brazier, who's 2 seconds in front of Keegs. So what has happened to Keegs then? He has another slowdown penalty. So Keegs has really had the bulk of penalties in this race. He's really started to struggle then. And there's a 10th up on his time, but he's really struggling at the moment. He could fall foul to Joe here, although 20 seconds is a lot of time. Joe is being caught by this man, that Bozzy boy. Team Azerbaijan working hard there to beat Team Greece up in front. And for Team Greece, they've got to hang on 2 laps. The gap's now 1.7 seconds. So for Rabbit Joe and that Bozzy boy, what can they do in terms of battling? Monkey Boy's on his own now. KLF 7th, and still crucially ahead of Argent by some margin here. That gap's 2.2 seconds. Oh no, Kelly's had a bit of a spin. As I said, he was well in front of Argent. Kelly's had a bit of a moment coming onto the 10th lap. He's now going to have Dean Wisocki pouncing on the back of him. Stelfsloff has another slowdown, but this man is coming round to complete the penultimate lap and start the final lap of this race. And what a job this man has done. He's been absolutely fantastic from start to finish. It is going to be Ewart who starts the final lap now. We'll come back to him in just a moment. He's shut up now, says Bethany Ann Duffin. Not sure who you're on about there, Beth, but Big Boy Brazier P2. Keegs still with 9/10 worth of time penalties P3. Rabbit Joe, you guys doing an AC event? If so, let me know and I'll sign up for it. We sure will, G. Don't you worry about that one. Rabbit Joe 2.7 ahead of his old teammate, that Bozzy boy. What will he do? 1 lap to go. Back down to Argent then. He's 4 seconds ahead of KLF. KLF has pulled ahead of Dean quite a bit then. Oh, Kelly very, very wide at the hairpin. That could potentially be a bit of a slowdown. We'll have to keep an eye on that if he gets one. I don't think he has. Dean then P9. Stelfsloff a minute 27 behind the race leader, who's still got 6/10 of slowdowns, and they have gone. As Ewart then coming into the middle section of this track. He's on the back straight where they do the second DRS zone here at Catalunya. Oh, a bit of a twitch on the corner entry then. And for Ewart here, he's really, really pushing that car and he's really looking good for it. He's really drove a good race here. Before I head back to GT4's Pro Laps is bad, says the only G. Oh, Nicky and Kelly aren't going to like that one. But Ewart here, pushing, working hard, looking like he's doing it. He's had a great race. And Team Malaysia ultimately are going to take the first win here and 14 crucial points in this race. So Team Malaysia at the end of race 1 are going to take the victory and take 14 crucial points then for Ewart. Big Boy Brazier was closing on him at the end, but he's going to take 13 points. For Team Kosovo, Lucas Roth, who's had more penalties than I don't know what tonight, he's going to take 12 points for Team Uruguay. And Rabbit Joe, who has gapped that Bozzy boy a little bit towards the end of this race, looks like he's set to come and take 11 points. The race not over yet. That Bozzy boy, oh no, sorry, says Bethany. I don't know what Bethany is on about. Apologies for that one. But Rabbit Joe then is going to come to take 11 points here with that. Bozzy Boy looks like he's going to take 10, and a decent race for him. Monkey Boy, after a good strap early on, is going to come home to take 9 points. He's 12 seconds in front of Argent. There he comes across the line now, and that'll be Monkey Boy P6. Argent 5 seconds ahead of Kelly. He looks like he's going to take 8 points to take away with him in this World Cup. As he had a bit of a slowdown there, he's coming across the line now. So 8 points for Argent. KLF comes across the line in an up and down race for Kelly, but he'll take 7 hard working points. Dean will take 6 then in what was a good drive for him, and Stealth Sloth, who's coming into the final corner now, is going to pick up 5 points for this one then, and that will be the end for race 1 here. We'll be back just shortly for race 2 at the Dragon Trail. So guys, don't go anywhere. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you in about 2 to 3 minutes.
criticized myself for trusting lies. I know I can't hide, 'cause then I'd be alone, stuck on the inside. The heart doesn't need
ladies and gentlemen, and if you was here for race 1, you missed an absolute treat. Just waiting for the final few drivers to ready up in the session, but we have a few of the guys just out getting a few practice laps in at the moment. We've got Monkey Boy currently out there, as is Stealth Sloth, Rabbit Joe, KLF, Lucas Roth, Argent, Ewart and Big Boy Brazy. With that Buzzy Boy sat in the pit lane, we are currently just awaiting Dean Wasocki to ready up then, and the minute his number is next to his name we can get this one underway. If he's not here in a moment, we will start this one without him. Hope you're enjoying tonight's action then. If you do, subscribe to the channel and join us tomorrow night for a live World Cup again. We're plenty on the line for certain drivers, quick drivers in tomorrow night as well. The likes of Sutty Apex, Nicky with us as well, Phil on the grid, and a few from tonight as well. Unorthodox, one of the big names to shout about as well. Join us next week for a 100% Formula 1 track to be announced. It has been confirmed, but track will be announced shortly then, as everybody then is ready. We can go racing and we can be underway in the next 6 seconds here. So we are getting ready to go then. It will be reverse grid for this race, as the race is about to get underway here at the Dragon Tail Seaside Circuit. Fantastic little track here. And as you can see, it's Team Ghana on the pole from Team Argentina, with Team Switzerland, then Team Norway, Team Curaçao in 5th, Team Azerbaijan will start 6th, Team Greece 7th, then it's Team Uruguay with Team Kosovo and Team Malaysia P10. So Stealth Sloth will be on pole position, and we're green here then at the Dragon Tail Seaside Racetrack, and it's a good start from Stealth Sloth. The other guys behind, Monkey Boy looks like he's got a good launch as well, as he's looking up into P3 on KLF. They had a good battle in race 1 for the majority of the race. He's indeed up in there. Buzzy Boy has Argent behind him, alongside him now, and a few cars just hustling and bustling into turn 1, and ultimately out of turn 1 a few cars cutting the corners there. Dean Wasocki leads this race from Monkey Boy, then Rabbit Joe. A car at the back slowed down massively. KLF still P4 with that Buzzy Boy up into 5th place, as he's looking close on Kelly then. KLF and that Buzzy Boy fighting hard. You are the race 1 winner, is trying to battle with Lucas Roth and Stealth Sloth. Stealth Sloth P6, you are P7. Lucas Roth down in 8th. Big Boy Brazy is 9th, and Argent, what has happened to him after a stop by the front of the pack? He's down in P10 and he's off the back already. The Team Norway car not having it his own way, but here comes Rabbit Joe and Monkey Boy to battle alongside Dean Wasocki. Team Argentina, Team Greece, Team Curaçao then all fighting, and look at Monkey Boy here as he races into the lead then. The slipstream mega. Joe looks to pull out a little late, can't get it done. Dean having to go very wide. Can he get on the power enough to stay in front of Joe? Yes, he can. Stealth Sloth up into 4th. That Buzzy Boy has dropped back to 5th. Where's KLF? Oh, he's dropped to 10th. What's happened there? But he's right on the back of this pack. And this is a great little tussle here as they come into the first bit of the chicane. Now into the second bit. Kelly up into P9. Oh, as he clips the wall, coming through there is a yellow flag, and that's Ewart, who's had a massive incident there then against the wall. The race 1 winner down in P10, and Monkey Boy leading this race has gapped Dean Wasocki already, and Stealth Sloth, who got bullied at the start, although he has a bit of a time penalty, a 2/10 time penalty, he's P3. Rabbit Joe, where's he gone? He's dropped to 5th. That Buzzy Boy now sits 4th. Rabbit Joe under pressure from Big Boy Brazier, who has overtaken him. Lucas Roth trying to follow Big Boy Brazier through as well as they come down the start straight, start lap 2 of this 10-lap race. Lucas Roth looking up the inside of Big Boy Brazier. They're all trying to attack that Buzzy Boy as well, and Brazier loses 2 places there. Smartly done. Oh, and Joe and Lucas Roth have had an incident and coming together, and Lucas Roth facing the wrong way to the back of the pack. Ewart now gets back up into P9. KLF on the back of Rabbit Joe, and that'll be P7 for him up into the inside, and Joe turns in on KLF a little bit there. A bit of hustle and bustle from him. He really tried to close the door, but it was way too late. Kelly had the speed and momentum to take him through. Brazy now on the back of Argent. What can he do? Further forward, Stealth Sloth has got in front of Dean Wasocki. Hits the curb hard. Whoa! Bouncer spins, somehow keeps it pointed in the right way. Great car. He's still not done. He's still hassling with that car, fighting it, and nearly clips the side of that Buzzy Boy. Dean Wasocki gets through as well, and now here comes Argent and Big Boy Brazier on the back of them. 3 for 2nd place. Dean's falling back here as Argent steamrolls past Dean Wasocki later on the brakes. That Buzzy Boy's up into 2nd. Argent's up to 3rd, and Dean down into P4 then. with Big Boy Brazier. Kelly's up to 6th and Stealth Sloth's down in 9th with his nephew Keegan on the back of him. And what looked to be him controlling the car so well and keeping a hold of it didn't end that way at all. Monkey Boy, though, how used to him winning this season have we been in Season 2 in the Pro-Am? He's doing it again on a Wednesday night. He leads by a comfortable margin. Teammate of last season, Argent, didn't get promoted, so they won't be teaming up next year. Battling with that Bozzy Boy. Don't forget, they battled for promotion, for the final promotion spot. And that Bozzy Boy took it due to poor water, due to internet problems for Kieran Argent. But ultimately, Kieran Argent on the track at the moment is leading the way of that Bozzy Boy and is driving superbly at the moment. Really is having a cracking race at the minute is Kieran Argent. Poor race 1, he's having a much better race 2 by all means. I tell you what, he's now got a big gap to that Bozzy Boy. What problems has he had? As here comes Rabbit Joe and Big Boy Brazier. Great camera angles here. Joe hassling the back of Team Azerbaijan, but Team Kosovo are in there. And I tell you what, Team Switzerland looking racy as well in P6. Liam very deep then, and that's allowed a run for Joe. Gets past him, does Joe. Big Boy Brazier gets past the pair of them then, just up in front of these two. Again, great work by our camera team, and Joe having a look on Big Boy Brazier, gets all out of shape. Oh, and taps the back of Liam Gamer. That Bozzy Boy, sorry. And somehow that Bozzy Boy manages to keep the car pointing in the right direction. Now as Joe really hassling the back. Dean's down to 6th. What's happened to Kelly? He's all the way down in 9th. Stealth Sloth well off the bat now. I'm not sure what happened to Kelly. And Dean now was leading this race at one stage as the previous race winner, hassling the back of him. But here comes Keegs as well, looking to get past UR. Dean Wasocki has UR making a move now. And this looks for position. No, can't get it done. Rabbit Joe then, P4. That Bozzy Boy, P5, teammates last season. That Bozzy Boy all gets a wiggle through the corner, holds it together. Monkey Boy leads though at the moment from Argent with Big Boy Brazier P3. We're on lap 3 of 10 and Monkey Boy's about to start lap 4. Tell you what, it's not easy missing Andy and Dan and Keegs and Big Boy Brazier and Kelly, everybody at Sutty as well, everybody that's commentated with me this season, missing them all in the commentary boxes. I forgot how much hard work it was to do all on your own, as Monkey Boy has the bigger gap over Argent. What has Argent done then? It was only 4.3 off the back of Monkey Boy at one stage. He's now 6 seconds behind, so he's lost a lot of time. And as Big Boy Brazier hassling the back of him, Rabbit Joe all over the curb and grass here. That's going to really affect his run down this next part of the straight. And that Bozzy Boy flies past Rabbit Joe like he's standing still. Joe now tucks back in for the slipstream. UR has got past Dean, so is Lucas Roth, P6 and 7. These two was together in race 1 for a while. Dean now down in P8, so he's just fell backwards in this one. Poor Kelly down in P10. Not where he'd want to be, 8 seconds off the back of Stealth Sloth. But in a minute, Argent is holding off Big Boy Brazier. The gap is 1.1 seconds as it stands at the moment. Argent has that gap to Big Boy Brazier himself, coming down here as he comes through the first part of the chicane. Monkey Boy coming in towards the final corner then of this circuit. Argent really has Big Boy Brazier hassling the back. He doesn't anymore. He has Big Boy Brazier sat in front of him, and he must have hit a wall or something somewhere, because he's now got Rabbit Joe and that Bozzy Boy, and that Bozzy Boy must be sick of looking at the back of the Team Grease machinery then, as Joe lets Kieran have the corner. Kieran running a bit deep on exit. Joe follows, and does that Bozzy Boy copy them? No, he doesn't. He manages to carry the speed through the corner and cuts through the middle of them like a knife through butter. That Bozzy Boy all of a sudden back up into P3, and this is what these cars are all about. Bit of fun, not a lot of damage on here, but a bit of fun just to really get the best out of these cars. They are so fun to drive, handle like a dream, and you can drive them really easy. Stealth Sloth has got past Dean Wasocki. Some more problems for Dean. KLF struggling on this circuit, but there is Monkey Boy leading 5 seconds from Big Boy Brazier. Does he have enough to catch Monkey Boy? That is the question. That Bozzy Boy P3, Argent just gives him a bit of a love tap up the rear. Joe has dropped well off the back of this battle then. That Bozzy Boy doing a terrific job at the moment to keep Kieran at bay. Ultimately 8 seconds off the lead here, but that's not his battle. His battle is for P3 and for some good points. Big Boy Brazier at the minute will take the championship lead so far, with some good point scoring in this race. He's only a point off the back of UART at the minute, but he's all the way down in 6th place, so he'll make up more points than that. And for that Bozzy Boy here, he's really gaining some good points. What did he score in the last race? He scored 10 points and he'll be on for 13 points here. So he's making up some more points then as Rabbit Joe's looking to get past Argent then. Good stuff from Rabbit Joe. Argent just seems to make a mistake or two here or there. Now don't forget, GT Sport, not a game that these guys play a lot of, not a game that these guys are on day in, day out. You know, they still test a lot for the league and for Project Cars too. But I have to say, a lot of it's track learning and a lot of it is remembering what the tracks look like. Dean Wasocki struggling, as is KLF. Nice to see Kelly on track. We'll see Kelly on the Pro-Am grid next year. Stealth Soft 3 seconds up the road, only a second and a half behind Lucas Roth, who's lost a lot of time to UART. He's 11 seconds behind, but he's only a second behind Argent, who's really now dropped off the back of Rabbit Joe. That Aussie Boy's P3, he's got 3.2 seconds to Big Boy Brazier. Can he make that up? I don't think so. It's Big Boy Brazier, 4.4 off the back of Monkey Boy at the moment. And I'll tell you what, it could be a good fight at the end here between these two. It really could be an interesting one to watch. Back with Argent though, he's got UART chasing him quickly. Can he hunt down Rabbit Joe as well? Like I say, he was meant to be racing tomorrow night representing Team Scotland, couldn't get that one done, so he's now representing Team Norway. For Argent here, he's really doing the business at the moment. These cars really are so fun to watch them, just sling them into the corners and really just have a bit of fun with them. 12 people watching the stream. Guys, get your voices in the comments, let's hear from you. For those who are watching, let's see what your thoughts are on these cars, or if you're enjoying the evening, the little World Cup that we are doing here on GT Sport for you guys. So interesting, just have a different concept while we are in between seasons then, just going a bit further forward. Rabbit Joe now stares at the back of the car from Azerbaijan, and Jamie must have had a mistake somewhere, because either that or that Aussie Boy is just flying, because he has really closed in on Jamie Brazier. Big Boy Brazier looked up a bit there and lost some time to Rabbit Joe behind him, but that Aussie Boy on the podium so far and can see the Team Kosovo car, but if he's got his mirrors on, we'll also be able to see the Team Greece car right behind him, closing in bit by bit, inch by inch here. So far so good if you are that Aussie Boy for P3. So far so good if you're this guy from the small little Dutch island of Caraco, just north of Venezuela. He thought we'd made it up in the week. We don't make these countries up, these are legit countries. You want to see some obscure countries? Join us tomorrow night, Sudsi Apex in the Team Uganda mobile, representing the might of Team Uganda. But Monkey Boy at the minute, UART is the fastest man on track, but he's still all the way down in P6. Stealth Sloth, what's happened to him, was running in P8 at one stage. He's now down in 10th, hassling the back of KLF. That's allowed Dean back up into 8th. Lucas Roth struggling on this circuit, down in 7th, with UART 6th, gaining on the back of Argent then. And we said this would be the battle to watch come the end of this race. We also said the battle for the lead as well. Rabbit Joe's gaining on the back of that Aussie Boy. So a few battles just developing here. Big Boy Brazier's lost out to Monkey Boy a bit, but has also pulled away to that Aussie Boy over the last couple of laps. Let's keep an eye on Liam and what can his progress be. Through the chicane he goes, and really quick change of direction. Oh, Joe just clips the wall. You see the sparks fly there, and that's going to just lose Joe a bit of momentum. UART though has got past Kieran and has got disposed of Kieran quite quickly. He's already at 1.3 in front of Argent then. Keegs has 13 seconds to gain on Argent in the space of 2 laps, or 3 laps, sorry. I don't think that is going to be possible in this one then. As you see, Monkey Boy then really is hassling the back of that car. We're 12 minutes into this race, and Monkey Boy is on his 8th lap. 5 seconds the gap to Big Boy Brazier. That gap has held station. Oh, Jamie! Well, I tell you what, I've never seen a car run over a cone and fly through the air as it does, but that's exactly what Big Boy Brazier's car has just done. That Aussie Boy then, a second now between him and Joe. Joe will be feeling the benefits of the slipstream now, but he's going to have UART breathing down his neck in the Team Malaysia mobile really soon. Malaysia, probably one of the best F1 circuits ever that they got rid of on the calendar, the Sepang International Circuit, the track that you could be in the middle of monsoon season and get a bit of a monsoon going off. Brilliant circuit, Sepang, always throw up a good race no matter the weather. Shame to see that one off the F1 calendar, but Malaysia being represented by UART tonight, so we'll have to see what he can do. Kieran then, still got 12 seconds to Lucas Roth, who looks like he struggled around this circuit, still pushing hard, and it's going to be interesting to see what he can bring to the table in this race. KLF is down, is up to 8th. He's got past Dean Wasocki then. He did have Stovsloff on the back of him. He's now got past Dean, and Dean looks like he could be on for a set of 9th place. And Stovsloff on for a set of 10th at the moment. Team Egypt tomorrow, says Phil Naylor. Yeah, Phil, Team Egypt. It's all about the Team Egyptians, the Pharaohs on the circuit tomorrow. Pharaoh Phil, I think we'll have to call him tomorrow night. Team Wales for me, Phil, though, sorry, but Team Wales being represented by a good friend, Peaceful Explosion. And if you know Peaceful Explosion, go and check out the link in the description. Peaceful Explosion, merchandise for Simplay available, but also merchandise for anything that you would like customised, whether it's mugs, glasses, t-shirts, caps, jackets, coasters, you name it. You ask him, he can surely do it. Check the link in the description for a Simplay set of closers. Monkey Boy sets the best sector time of anybody through this sector. Rabbit Joe, though, has got past that Bozzy Boy for P3 with UART gaining on him. There he is in the background there. Now, what can that Bozzy Boy do as he's coming through Sector 1? He's got to get composed and got to get back ahead of Joe. Joe outscored him in race 1 by a point, and will outscore him here by a point, and will stretch that gap to 2 points. That Bozzy Boy, then, what can he do? Where's my boys' team at? Where's my boys at Team USA? No Team USA on the grid. Nobody. It was randomly done, champ. Nobody got to be Team USA. If you've got the game, if you've got the car, Team USA are available. If you are friends with Big Boy Brazier or follow Big Boy Brazier on the PlayStation, you can download it from the activity feed. And if you'd like to jump in as Team USA, you are more than welcome to do so. But no Team USA on the grid tonight or tomorrow. Team Canada on the grid tomorrow, being represented by that Bozzy Boy who's lost out a lot of time to Rabbit Joe here. And Monkey Boy then is going to come across the line to start the final lap of the race. Too many Brits up in here, too many Brits, but all representing nobody from Britain, champ. This is Caraco, the country north of Venezuela, that Monkey Boy is representing then, and into the chicane for the final time, 15 minutes 25, so final lap here for Monkey Boy. UART fastest lap of the race still. Any battles elsewhere? Big Boy Brazier second. He's going to settle for that. Rabbit Joe still got that Bozzy Boy on the back of him. UART, I don't think it's going to close in enough time as he's very slidey through the chicane. Argent does have Lucas Roth Keegs coming onto the back of him. KLF P8 well in front of Dean Wasocki, who is now well in front of Stovsloff. Oh, looks like he's had an off here. And is that the leaders? Yeah, the leaders could lap Stovsloff here. What a shame for Stovsloff. He was doing so well at the start of this race. It looks like Stovsloff will start pole again for the next race. Looks like Monkey Boy will start at the back of the pack because he's coming in to the final couple of corners now. We've just got the chicane to go. And he's up on the best time here. 4/10 of a second up on the time. Will he take the fastest lap right at the end? Monkey Boy into the final chicane. Is he going to lap Stovsloff? He is, you know. Stovsloff stays to one side and gets lapped by Monkey Boy. So Stovsloff, blue flags being waved. But for Monkey Boy here, what a comeback. 9 points in race 1. He's going to score 14 points in this final race. It's been a good job for Monkey Boy so far. And he is going to take the win. God, all right, my boys, if nobody else is going to champ. Like I say, if you've got the Red Bull X 2014 Junior car, if you can get the American livery from Big Boy Brazier, then do so. As Big Boy Brazier is going to cross the line for 13 more points. The Rabbit Joe, oh, the game has dropped well off the back. Rabbit Joe is going to take 13 points there then. That Bozzy Boy is going to cross the line for 12. UART is going to cross the line for 11. And it's a bit of a gap back to Lucas Roth, who has got past Argent, and he's going to claim 10 points here. So Lucas Roth weaving across the line then, gets that job done. Argent, who's had such a good race, was running up there at the beginning of this one. He's going to take 9 points in this race. Yeah, champ, go to the activity feed, get Big Boy Brazier's American flag livery and get on the circuit. That would be absolutely great to see you out there. KLF P7 in race 1. He's going to take an 8th place in race 2. We know Stovsloff has already finished 10th for 5 points, sorry. KLF will take 8th place behind Argent. can take 8 points. Dean will take 7. If I have done that maths right, I will double check. There are your final results. Oh, he's not got GT's got update. Well,
You're the night sky trying to make me see your stars, but the dark gets lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence, and the dark's all that I see. When your stars are burnt out and your heart makes no sound, I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. I just realized I've built walls a mile high to protect my heart, but now I'm all alone, stuck on the inside. The heart doesn't need a castle, it needs a bridge. Been so scared that I'd unravel. Brick by brick, I built these walls. Now I know that I am strong. Just watch me tear them down. I'm gonna tear them down.
welcome back live then, everybody. Everybody has readied up and they are ready to go here. So we are as well ready to go. The race will begin in a couple of seconds. His champion's going to try and get in with the American flag. That would be brilliant to see. Big Boy Brazier, don't forget you need to get the livery from on the activity feed, so we hope you can join us in the race. We are here then. You may recognise this track from season 1. It is the Fuji Speedway, but the short version. So what will these boys do around this circuit then? Remember it well from season 1, the night race. We're not night time here, it's daytime. It's Stealth Sloth on pole from Dean from KLF, Argent, Lucas Roth, you are that Bozzy Boy, Rabbit, Joe, and then Big Boy Brazier and Monkey Boy at the back, and we are green here. Dean has got an already mighty start and gets off the line. Stealth Sloth hasn't had the best of starts, and what is happening to that is Lucas Roth slow at the getaway. Not sure what is happening to Lucas Roth, but Dean leads into turn 1. Oh, KLF, poor Kelly's been spun around at the back then, and Lucas Roth is not going yet. He may have the game on pause there at the moment. I'm not sure what is happening to Lucas Roth. He did not get a good start. Dean though leads this race from UART, who won race 1, needs some points to get back as he's now dropped to second in the standings. Big Boy Brazy is up to third. Could this be a theme of the night? Argent's fourth, that Bozzy Boy ahead of Stealth Sloth. Rabbit Joe's down in P7 at this moment in time. Monkey Boy's 8th. Lucas Roth, 9th. Kelly has got a lot of work to do on the back of these boys, but UART at the moment on the back of Dean Wasaki, and Dean here driving quite well as they come down towards the back of the back straight. Normally there's a chicane here that you see on Project Cars 2 last season. This time it's just straight up. You missed a little chicane out and it is straight up here. Look at the battle in the background. Big Boy Brazy, that Bozzy Boy's gone up in third. Argent having a look at Big Boy Brazy. He's going to try up the inside here. Stealth Sloth was drifting through the corner. Brazy is now back up the inside at this part of the track, and Argent manages to find a way through. Dean a bit slow out of the corner. You are looking for a move. So slow is Stealth Sloth coming through the hairpin. Kelly then making a bit of a mistake, but look at these four here. They're all battling for the lead. Dean leads that Aussie boy from Ewart from Argent 22 then, with Big Boy Brazier and Rabbit Joe side by side. Ewart's lost out. He's dropped to P3 as the guy from the driver from Malaysia, and they all motored down the start line. Looks so much fun, says Welsh Ewart. Get your send GT Sport, get your send on for the next time we do a fun race on this game. Dean Wasocki then down the main straight, and he defends his line into turn one. Beautifully done from Dean there. Good exit from the corner. He's got his nephew, that Aussie boy, on the back of him. Argent's now up into P3, and Argent giving that Aussie boy a bit of a tap, but in fairness, Aussie boy was squeezing Argent towards the grass. Ewart's now fourth, with Rabbit Joe up into fifth. Lucas Roth sixth. What has happened to Big Boy Brazier? Seventh place. Monkey Boy then starts off. Kelly a fair way back at the moment. Poor old Kelly. Not the race he'd have wanted, as we have this and three other tracks to go. Lap 2 of 10, and Argent and that Aussie boy up the inside of Dean Wasocki. Dean's going to try and come back at that Aussie boy and Argent, but cannot do so. He's got the Malaysian car of Ewart up the inside now, and that Aussie boy at the moment is leading this race. He's got Argent up his inside. Not enough though. That Aussie boy flat through the corner. Dean can't cut back to the inside line on Argent, and this is great racing from all these guys. Dean's now dropped to P4 from the lead. He's now got Rabbit Joe hassling the back of him, and Dean squeezing Joe, but Joe squeezes up the inside and gets that one done. Aussie boy leads the race. Argent was all over the grass there. Put a ramp on the track, says Welshie. Argent again hustling himself back up into P2 against Ewart. Dean's now back up into fourth as Rabbit Joe rejoins the track from off the circuit. Oh, and punched Dean wide. Rabbit Joe straight into the side of Dean Wasocki. That's gave Lucas Roth the chance to go fifth, and he's looking to make a move on Rabbit Joe. He's got Big Boy Brazier with him as down the start line they come. Ewart and Argent side by side. Brazier side by side with Lucas Roth, trying to get Joe in that mix as well to make it a trio. Dean Wasocki and Monkey Boy still soft, trying to hang on in there. Here comes Big Boy Brazier and Lucas Roth, or Keegs as we know him, down the straight. Look at Dean Wasocki trying to benefit from Keegs' slipstream then. Can he get the job done? Who's later on the brakes in towards turn one? Brazier's ran very deep, and Lucas Roth back up into P4 from Dean Wasocki, who's managed to get back ahead of Joe. That was Monkey Boy who had a bit of a twitch there in the end, but that Aussie boy leading this race by 0.3 per second. Oh, across the curve, bit of a hop, skip and a jump, clatters the cone. He's got Argent, he's got a 2 second slowdown penalty, so for that Aussie boy it's all gone wrong at the moment for him. A massive slowdown penalty when he didn't need it at all as well. I tell you what, it's all action here at Fuji. 10 laps of Fuji track, and Ewart now has a bit of a run on Argent. What has happened to Dean? He's dropped to P7, but Ewart and Argent side by side. They're not now, as Ewart tucks in behind, and here comes Lucas Roth. Is he going to look up the inside, late on the brakes, and a ascending manoeuvre to be proud of if Sutty's watching. Lucas Roth into P3. Great job, stealth off on Monkey Boy. You see they're just tapping wheels in the background. Down the grid, there's Big Boy Brazier, sees the championship just in front of it, or sees the World Cup victory today for Team Kosovo, and up the inside of Ewart he goes. Move done. Rabbit Joe also on the back of these guys. Dean dropped down to P7, looking to try and fight his way back to the front here, with Monkey Boy and Stealth off behind. Kelly slowly making grounds on the cars in front, but that Aussie boy still with a 1.5 second time penalty has got a lot of time in the lead. He's 2 seconds up front, but it's all about Argent. Where's Lucas Roth? He's in the slipstream, but he's also bringing Brazier. Ewart, who's taking Joe with him. Need a co-commentator for this, because all this action is I can't keep up with it all. It's absolutely brilliant at the minute. The Aussie boy into turn one. Does he lose any of that slowdown penalty? No, he doesn't lose a 10th. Lucas Roth now up into second place. Brazier kept fourth. Argent's now lost out, but he'll be back in the slipstream of Lucas Roth as they come down. Team Uruguay versus Team Norway versus Team Kosovo versus Team Malaysia, and they're taking Greece team with them as well. And Argent here looking very racy, tapping the back of Lucas Roth's car. He's on the grass a little bit, looking for a move up the inside, and Argent has picked up a 2 second penalty as well. Liam still has 1.5 seconds to get rid of. Argent has 2 seconds to get rid of. I think they can get rid of it throughout the course of the race. Lucas Roth at the minute, the man who's on a mission. He has the fastest lap of the race. He is flying. Argent down to P4. He has the inside line over Big Boy Brazier. He's got Ewart looking up the inside. Lucas Roth now on a mission to get up to Liam, get it to Liam up front, and keep Argent losing a bit of time there as he's got rid of some time penalty. What about Lucas? What about that Bozzy Boy? Oh, he's deep coming into the complex section. He's dropped another 2 tenths off his time penalty. There's a couple more tenths gone as well. And at the minute, Lucas Roth charging. Brazier looking good as well. Nice little Simplay helmet from Jamie Brazier. Ewart P4. Argent still has 6 tenths to get rid of. He's P5. Ewart looking for a move up the inside of Big Boy Brazier. Job done onto the back straight, but I don't think Jamie will mind that. He'll get the toe down the straight. He's going to be up the inside. Why isn't Sutty commentating tonight? He was meant to be racing for Team Croatia tonight, Phil, but had to pull out earlier in the day. But I could do with a co-commentator with me. I am absolutely struggling to keep up with all the action. Big Boy Brazier side by side with you. That Bozzy Boy still has 7 tenths to get rid of. Kieran in the background, he still has half a second to get rid of. And Brazier into turn 1, back up into P3. What a job done for Big Boy Brazier. He's really taking the fight to Ewart. Rabbit Joe not looking as good in this one. You see that Bozzy Boy there still has 6 tenths of time penalties. Kieran Argent has none now. Dean Wasocki down to 9th. Stelsloff's got 4 attempts to get rid of. KLF nearly on the back of these two. And Dean and Stelsloff, are they going to be battling for the final 2 positions again here? Lucas Roth really pushing the limits then, and really closing on the back of that Bozzy Boy, who's still got 4 tenths to get rid of on the time penalties. Wide. Oh, he's got a time penalty himself. Lucas Roth has found a 2.5 time penalty, but he's looking for the manoeuvre on that Bozzy Boy, and that Bozzy Boy's going to try and squeeze him. He can't defend anymore because Keegs is there, but he keeps hold of the lead somehow. Well driven from that Bozzy Boy. Keegs all over the grass. And I tell you what, he's only got rid of a 10th at the minute as Lucas Roth. He's now got Big Boy Brazier Hassel in the back of the Team Uruguay and Team Azerbaijan car. Absolutely cracking racing at the minute. These guys are pushing each other to the limits. That Bozzy Boy only has to lose a 10th, just under a 10th now he's got to lose, and then his time penalty will be gone. There goes that Bozzy Boy's time penalty, and now Lucas Roth pulls out. Liam didn't get the best of runs out the final corner, but he needs to get back up to speed soon. They're 3 abreast. You are going with them. Rabbit Joe has passed Argent in the background. We'll just quickly look at that Argent back in the slipstream. Brazier now leads this race from out of nowhere. They both took back into Big Boy Brazier's slipstream, and look at these 3 battling here down the line. Lap 6 of 10 is go. And here comes Lucas Roth with another send-it manoeuvre, but he's too deep into turn 1. And Brazier looks like he'll lead this race, although he's still got that Bozzy Boy. Lucas Roth has lost out massively there. Whew, catch my breath again. Lucas Roth then 1.1. Still time penalty to get rid of. Ewart's now up into P3. Bozzy Boy looking to get past Big Boy Brazier. He's having a look up the inside. Can't get it done. Can the number 28 machinery. Still 4th the lead. Oh, did that Bozzy Boy tap the back of the Kosovo car? There goes Ewart having a look up the inside. Oh, and I think a bit of a tap there from Ewart to Liam Game with it. Also tapped a bit of Big Boy Brazier. Now Rabbit Joe is 5 for the lead here. Holy moly, this is cracking racing at the moment, and so far it's that Bozzy Boy who's doing a brilliant job of hanging on in there so far. He had the time penalty. Brazier though leads this race. He's not yet won one tonight. Monkey Boy 7th, Argent's up into 6th place. Stelsloff down in 8th. KLF has got past Dean Wasocki. They've been dropped by Stelsloff quite a bit. He's still got a time penalty. He's driving a fight for 9th and 10th on the grid. Monkey Boy trying to get onto Argent, who is ultimately nearly on the back of this battle. Rabbit Joe's got past. Oh, Big Boy Brazier lagging like crazy there. That was horrific lag, and now Lucas Roth leads this race as we're about to start lap 7. Joe got past that Bozzy Boy, but that Bozzy Boy is now going to try and look for a way past Joe. And it's all so interesting at the minute. It really is fascinating racing so far. Really, you can't catch your breath for this because it's great stuff. That Bozzy Boy's looking for the lead. Here goes Lucas Roth. Is he going to send one up the inside of Big Boy Brazier? No, he can't get it. Oh, he has. I tell you what, he come across the camera there and has looked up the inside. That's Rabbit Joe very wide. Will that be a time penalty? Oh, Argent getting all over the curb and losing the rear of the car. That Bozzy Boy has such a run, but he's on the outside of Joe. Into the left-hander goes Joe now. Across the curb a little bit, not as much as that Bozzy Boy. That slowdown has really hurt Liam in terms of this race then. He was looking so good, but has lost out on so much time. Big Boy Brazier, just to let you know, leads the championship here by 2 points. Ewart is 2nd with Monkey Boy and Rabbit Joe tied for 3rd place. Rabbit Joe will ultimately take control of 3rd place if he finishes in this position. Liam now has Argent on the back of him. He's really dropping off a bit of time here. Battle for the lead. Brazier still leads from Lucas Roth, who's nearly got rid of his time penalty, but has Ewart all over the back of him. Just a couple more hundreds of thousandths there for Lucas Roth, and that time penalty will be gone, but he's got to get it done without losing too much time. Time penalty's gone. Oh, Uart's had a huge spin, and this will allow Rabbit Joe to surely make a move on Uart then into P3. Is Rabbit Joe? No, he can't get it done. Kieran has passed that Bozzy Boy. He's losing time. Lucas Roth as well leads this race, but now has Big Boy Brazier on the back of him as they come down the start straight to start lap 8. Lucas Roth on the outside of Big Boy Brazier then, as the camera will pan in a moment. Look at them go. Great camera work here from our men in Fuji. And Big Boy Brazier leads and cuts her back in front of Keegs, and that's allowed Keegs then. Is he going to look for the Sooty send it? What a job on the brakes later. Job done. Back on the power. And Keegs will be screaming in the party. What a manoeuvre. He'll be shouting. I have no doubt about that one. And Big Boy Brazier into P1 it goes. And you are on the back. Argent looking to stay ahead of Rabbit Joe. And Rabbit Joe gets it done, but just taps Argent a little wide there. And that's allowed that Bozzy Boy through. And may allow Monkey Boy to come through as well. Here goes that Bozzy Boy on Argent. Is he having a look? Rabbit Joe has been passed by Monkey Boy. And forces Monkey Boy wide. Oh! Who loses it on the curve and has tapped Rabbit Joe? You've not seen Monkey Boy lose it a lot this season on a Wednesday night, and Joe has lost so much time there. Monkey Boy just starts to get going. KLF and Dean Wysocki right on the back of Stelsloff here for 8th, 9th and 10th. Stelsloff and Dean are in a bit of a rut of 9th and 10th at the moment. It's been Dean 9th in the 2 races, Stelsloff 10th. They will not want to repeat that for KLF. He's had a 8th and a 7th place, so he'll want to get moving up the order a bit quicker as well. Lucas, that Bozzy Boy on the back of Argent still. Uart is now reeling in at Big Boy Brazier yet again, and Lucas Roth has a bit more breathing space to Big Boy Brazier now. And what will Brazier do now? Uart again really sliding the car through the final corner on the back of Big Boy Brazier. Here they go down the straight to start the penultimate lap of the night. We are 13 minutes into this race. Big Boy Brazier has the fastest lap as they come across the line. Uart now has the fastest lap. Wow, what a time from Uart there. Brilliant lap so far from these guys. What racing we are seeing. Argent has pulled a bit of a gap over that Bozzy Boy. So that Bozzy Boy must have made a mistake somewhere. Back to this battle. KLF's gone from 10th to 9th, and it's Stelsloff and Dean for 9th and 10th yet again at the moment here, but the opposite way around to normal. Here goes Stelsloff having a look. Can he get that slipstream of KLF in towards turn 1? Done properly here. Can he get it done just right? Let's have a look. Dean losing a lot of time down the straights. Here goes Stelsloff. Pulls out now. Looks up the inside of KLF. Job done. I don't know, he's gone a bit wide, doesn't get his apex, and KLF there then is looking back up the inside. Oh, they just lean on each other a little bit then, and here comes Stelsloff and Kelly. Dean in the background will be watching this cautiously. Stelsloff up on his delta, and Kelly fights his way back through around the outside. Back to the action up front, been keeping one eye on this race and the other one on my update progress, only at 42%. Hopefully we can get you in for the final 2 races, champ. It'll be nice to see you in here tonight. We've not got Smokey Devil in, who was signed up for tonight as well. He was Team Portugal's, which is a shame he's not been able to get in with us either. But Lucas Roth has a 1.1 second lead, and Uart is ahead of Big Boy Brazier. Oh, but has a half a second slowdown penalty that he's got to get rid of on the final lap. Argent ahead of that Bozzy Boy who's beating Rabbit Joe by 3.8. He's 3 seconds ahead of Monkey Boy. KLF still in front of Stelsloff and Dean Wysocki, just losing out on the back of these boys. Will want to get it done, but here comes Lucas Roth. He's got one more lap to lead this over the line, and we'll see what he can do from there. But here he goes at the moment then across the line to start the final lap of this race. Brazier has a bit of a gap back to Uart now, as he must have taken his slowdown penalty. Yes, indeed he has. We're on the final lap of the race. Guys, as well, obviously went back to mention Design Manchester in the last one. If you want to get any signs making, any thumbnails, anything for your businesses, signs, posters, business cards, anything like that you need making for your design, you need to check the link in the description as well for C Leach Designs. Get yourself in there, get yourself an order placed with him. Does a lot of our graphical work for our tables and thumbnails, so make sure you give him a check out as well. Go and check both Facebook pages out, C Leach Designs and Design Manchester, for anything you may need design wise, for logos to graphics for your cars, racing cars, whatever it may be. That could be it. Here though is Lucas Roth. Welsh in the chat, how good is that racing? It is absolutely brilliant. Lucas Roth leads by 9/10 of a second. He's got 3-4 corners left to go here at Fuji. That gap's been cut short a little bit there from Big Boy Brazier. It's now half a second. How is Keegs' nerve? Can he take a win in this one tonight? He's currently sat mid-table in the standings, so 14 points here will do him the world of good. And Lucas Roth here at Fuji has gapped Big Boy Brazier just slightly then at the back end of this lap. Brazier very wide all over the curbs. Let's hope that doesn't give him a time penalty, but it's going to be Lucas Roth for 14 points. What a job from him. Great little win for him. In fact, I say that, he's not even crossed the line. Look how far he's got to go till he crosses the line. Lucas Roth wins from Big Boy Brazier. UART takes third place. It's going to be Argent who's going to take P4 in this one. That Bozzy Boy 5th. Rabbit Joe is going to take a 6th place, with Monkey Boy in 7th. Here comes KLF for 8th. He's really got ahead of these guys now. So good job for him in P8 yet again. So I'm just trying to input the points on the spreadsheet. Cross the line in P8. Dean Wisoki's got back into P9, so he's kept ahead of Stove Sloth for the free races here. Did he get rid of all his time penalty in time he had? Oh, Stove Sloth still got 9 tenths to get rid of as well. But Dean Wisoki then takes P9 from Stove Sloth, who takes P10. That'll be 5 points for Stove Sloth, 6 points for Dean Wisoki. P8 went the way of KLF, so another 8 points for him. Monkey Boy took P7, so that is 7 points for him. There is the
just realized I've built walls a mile high. You're the night sky trying to make me see your stars, but now I'm all stuck on the inside. The heart doesn't need a castle, it needs a bridge. Been so scared that I'd unravel. Brick by brick, I built these walls. Now I know that I am strong. Just watch me tear them down. I'm gonna tear them down. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? Just watch me march towards the battle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. I'm gonna tear down this castle.
I'm gonna tear down this car.
Watch me march. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? I criticized myself for trusting lies. I know I can't hide, 'cause then I'd be alone, stuck on the inside. The heart doesn't need a castle, it needs a bridge. Been so scared that I'd unravel. Brick by brick, I built these walls. Now I know that I'm enough. Just watch me tear them down. I'm gonna tear them down. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? Just watch me march towards the battle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. I'm gonna tear down this castle.
I'm gonna tear down this car.
Watch me march. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? places. I'ma turn it up and then I'm gonna take it down.
Welcome back then, ladies. Welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen. We are back live for the fourth race of the night. 3 races to go. This one and 2 others after this. We are here. Stokesloff will start on pole again from Dean Wisocki. KLF, Monkey Boy, Rabbit Joe, that Bozzy Boy Argent, Uard, Big Boy Brazy and Lucas Ruff will start at the back. Championship wise, Big Boy Brazy leads by 3 points from Uard. Lucas Ruff or Keegs is P3. Joe's in 4th. Liam's 5th. Monkey Boy 6th. Argent's down in 7th. KLF in 8th. Dean 9th. Stove Sloth in 10th place in the standings. Go away green here and a good start this time from Stove Sloth. The guys just had a little longer to have a bit of practice in between the 2 races there then. Away we go for this 9-lap race around a very tight, well, I wouldn't say tight, but a very twisty circuit. Look at the battle here. Dean into 2nd place. Rabbit Joe already P3, defending heavily then from Monkey Boy, who's got KLF and that Bozzy Boy right behind him, as that Bozzy Boy's giving Kelly plenty of room and looking at the inside of Monkey Boy and gets that one done. Kelly tries to follow him through, but I think Kelly got caught up a little bit there, lost it maybe on the curb. Argent's down to 9th. He's got UArts 7th for Big Boy Brazier. He's just gone up into 5th place then, so he's gone past a few cars there as well. Past Monkey Boy especially is one of them. Stokes Lofty here though has gone. Dean Wisocki again as his nephew now looking up the inside once more. Interesting to see this here as they come down the section of circuit. Should be in for the next one. Keyword being should, says Champ in the chat. It would be nice to have your Champ in with us, that is for sure. Guys, if you're watching this video, give it a big thumbs up, leave as many likes on the video as possible. Also hit that subscribe button if you will. Join us tomorrow night for the World Cup tomorrow night. Full 14 cars on the grid tomorrow night. That's Uart up in the wall and has crucially had a big moment and has dropped to P10 and is well, in fact it won't even let me go on him. Has he retired from this race? No, he's going now, but is well down in P10th, well off the back of Kelly. Oh, that's Argent and Monkey Boy, and Kelly as well has had a problem at this corner, and huge yellow flags here. 3 guys. Lucas Ruff I think may have been another one got caught up in that, but he is that Bozzy Boy P5 at the minute, attacking what is his uncle and Big Boy Brazier. He's past Big Boy Brazier as they come down towards the final section. Heavy on the brakes, that Bozzy Boy up the inside of Dean, and what a great manoeuvre at the very end, gets that job done. P3 for that Bozzy Boy. He's now trying to catch up to Rabbit Joe, who is hunting down Stove Sloth and leads this race at the moment, does Rabbit Joe. Stove Sloth and Dean seem to have a good start to the race, but seem to drop off towards the end. Only 9 laps here. Dean here then has Lucas Ruff and Big Boy Brazier on the back of him. Lucas Ruff, great win at Fuji. Can he keep that momentum going in this one? Dean trying to keep on the back of that Bozzy Boy here then. Dean only got the game on Sunday if I'm right, so he's still learning the game. Lucas Ruff looking for a manoeuvre up the inside and kind of bullies Dean wide a little bit there, forces him wide, and Big Boy Brazier gets through as well. So P4 and 5 for them two. Dean's got to get a bit more aggressive and his elbows out to stay ahead of these guys. Dean though well in front of Monkey Boy and Argent, who's got KLF on the back of him. Uart really flying at the moment, but Joe leading this race from Stove Sloth. He's got that Bozzy Boy on the back of him, trying to get past to quickly reel Joe in. And what a job these guys are doing tonight. Fantastic little race here. Oh, and that Bozzy Boy getting the rear end out all sorts of sideways. What's happened to Big Boy Brazier? He's dropped down to P9. That's promoted Lucas Ruff. Well, it's kept Lucas Ruff 4th, who's on the back of that Bozzy Boy. Dean Wisocki just needs to keep pushing in this race, lap 2 of 9. But he's crucially P5, scoring some good points here. But so is Stove Sloth as well. That Bozzy Boy and Lucas Ruff are falling off the back of Stove Sloth as they're battling together. Keegs looking for the manoeuvre and he's looking up the inside. Does he get it done? Yellow flag. Oh no, Stove Sloth, what has happened there? It's gone horribly wrong for him, and he's dropped to P4, and now has Dean catching him. The battle for second now then resuming. Luke, that Bozzy Boy for Team Azerbaijan, keeping Team Uruguay at bay for now. They're 6 seconds behind Team Greece. What can they do in terms of catching him? Just dropping down the order a little bit. Monkey Boy and Argent on their own. KLF just ahead of Big Boy Brazier, who's battling with Uart at the moment. The sun rising as well here at the Alas Village. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but I've had a go at it. KLF has always had a spin or a problem somewhere. He's dropped to P10 at the moment. But so far, the number 37 car of Rabbit Joe has a 7.2 gap lead over that Bozzy Boy, who's got Lucas Roth, Stealth Off and nearly Dean Wisocki on the back of him. He's really got to push hard for this, as that Bozzy Boy really knows what he's got to do in this race to catch Rabbit Joe. And Lucas Roth looking for back-to-back wins here, looking very racy. Rabbit Joe, fastest man on track at the moment. Current race 4 minutes 40 into this one then. We're on lap 3 of 9. That Bozzy Boy up by a tenth. Lucas Roth's just backed off a little bit this lap, but Rabbit Joe at the minute seems to be extending his gap. He is flying at the minute. Dropping down the order, Stealth Sloth, Dean Wisocki. Oh, Argent had a bit of a wobbly moment we saw there, just off camera, as he was rejoining the circuit. Gets back on now, and he's on the back of Monkey Boy heading into P6 and 7 this battle is. Big Boy Brazier is in P8, kind of in no man's land ahead of UR. He's got KLF on the back of him, does UR. Rabbit Joe at the minute absolutely flying on his own. Ran a bit wide there. Lucas Roth's got himself up into P2 and quite a fair way into P2 as well. So Lucas Roth now looking to hunt Rabbit Joe down. Loses 4 tenths coming through that part of the course, but don't forget, the time will make itself up. Rabbit Joe is on a straight compared to these guys, and Lucas Roth, big slide. So does Rabbit Joe. So does that Bozzy Boy. That Bozzy Boy that will crucially get back into P2, and away he goes. And Stealth Sloth has a bit of a slowdown penalty, 3 tenths of a second. Dean needs to hurry up here and get the hurry up message, because he's being called by Monkey Boy and Argent. That'll put him down to P7 at least here. No Big Boy Brazier on the back of these guys yet, but he's not a million miles away, as there is Argent having a look on the back of Monkey Boy. But Dean Wisocki, oh, he's a bit slow through the final couple of corners, and here comes Monkey Boy then, as Dean improves, currently 7 seconds slower than the Big Boy Brazier's fastest after the race. Dean very deep at turn 1. Oh, and he's gone so wide, and that's allowed Big Boy Brazier through as well. Monkey Boy and Kieran now battling for 5th and 6th. Stealth Sloth's on the back of that Bozzy Boy, as Lucas Roth is back through here. These two having a great battle. They've ultimately let Joe get away with this one, and have let Joe keep going forward and win this race. But what a shame that, as Joe is up on his Delta. But this battle for second is getting even hotter at the minute. Bozzy Boy defending from Lucas Roth, both wanting this podium bad, both wanting the points. Good points over Big Boy Brazier and UArt as well. This really good points if you're Lucas Roth. You'll want that extra place. The win's off the table. Argent's got ahead of Monkey Boy. They've got Big Boy Brazier on the back from him. And Dean here again sees himself facing UArt for what would be another P9, unless Kelly was to be able to catch up to Dean. Like I say, Dean seems to go well at the start, but just struggles towards the end of the race. Rabbit Joe well out in front. That Bozzy Boy second. Lucas Roth, oh no, Lucas Roth second. I don't know why I wasn't going to Lucas Roth. Lucas Roth P2, and has a bit of a gap now back to that Bozzy Boy. So can he start to make inroads on the time of Rabbit Joe? The gap is 11.2. I think it's a little too late to be catching him, but you don't know in this game. Don't know what's going to happen in the virtual world, so let's keep our eyes posted firmly on this one then, as that Bozzy Boy, Stealth Sloth, just a shout out to him, P4 at the minute, being caught by Monkey Boy Argent and Big Boy Brazier, but he drove a cracking race, very consistent here. Normally see him in the yellow and blue trim Lamborghinis. He's flashing his lights, he's listening to the stream. Normally get to see him in the yellow and blue trim Lamborghini. Tonight he's in the yellow and green and red of Ghana, as Monkey Boy's looking to make a move. The team Caraco country up into P4. Sunrise here, so the lights taking effect at the minute. Bozzy Boy's lost a lot of time to Lucas Roth, but ultimately Lucas Roth gaining on the back of Rabbit Joe. UArt is up into P8. He's got past Dean Wisocki, who's already dropped 2 seconds behind him, and KLF now P10, 9 seconds off the back of Dean. What can he do? He's not yet, he's quite away in front of Dean and Stealth Sloth at the minute, but Stealth Sloth scoring some good points this is for 3rd place, so we'll have to keep our eyes on that with 3 races left to go in the evening. And so far so good if you are Big Boy Brazier. If you're Rabbit Joe, sorry, he's being caught by Lucas Roth. Big Boy Brazier, it is all good if you're him. You're P6 battling P5 with Stealth Sloth here. losing points to Lucas Roth, who is crucially only 4 points behind you. But obviously with the points only being a point difference between each gap, it will slowly drop off the radar. There's Lucas Roth, the best through the middle sector then. Is he on for a flying lap? You hear the tyres squealing at him. Every driver runs the same maximum brake horsepower of 292. Every driver's on the medium compound tyre. Cannot run a different tyre. The only tyre available is the medium compound. Power ratio of 119, weight ratio of only 100. So all the cars are limited to the same, so there's no fine tuning to be quicker here or there. Lucas Roth really starting to make inroads on Rabbit Joe's time, but I think it's too late. He's coming across the line to start lap 6. Up on his time, as that's the fastest lap of the race, so heck of a lap that for Lucas Roth. Monkey Boy as well, he's on a best it looks like. He was on a best, he's not anymore, is he? Nope. 8,000ths down. Argent's back up into P5. What's happened to Brazier? He's dropped down to 7th place, and still soft crucially down to 8th. Have they had a coming together now? Dean then. This could really help Dean here. A P8. Get ahead of Sloth. They could both make some ground on KLF. Alright, only a couple of points, but a bit of ground nonetheless. KLF currently 7 seconds off the back of Dean, but it's been the Rabbit Joe show. The gap back up to 9 seconds here. But obviously allow that time to resort itself out as the gap comes down as Keegs is on a bit of straight. Lucas Roth, what a drive it's been for him. That Aussie boy still close behind on a 3rd place here. For that Aussie boy, he'll lose out some more points. He gained a point back over Joe in that one, but he'll lose out another couple of points here, another 2 points ultimately to Joe, so the gap will be 3 points between them. But he's pulling out a point over Monkey Boy as well. Update's finally finished, Champ says. So Champ, get on, get Big Boy Brazier's American livery, and yeah, set your power ratio to 119. Get your so your brake horsepower is 292 max. As Lucas Roth very slidey through that corner there, and that will allow that Bozzy Boy to get a good run on the back of Lucas Roth then. Oh, who's had another big moment into the wall, and when he's got a chance here to take the championship lead, that Bozzy Boy goes, thank you very much. You're going to make some mistakes, Keegs. I'll have that position back. Rabbit Joe, 10 seconds in the lead. Easy if you hear me. He doesn't need to be putting fast laps in. 8/10 off his personal best lap. What about that Bozzy Boy? How far down is he on his time? As he's about to cross the line now, 1.8 seconds down. Lucas Roth, horrible lap for himself. Monkey Boy here then. The number 8 car has got Ewart on the back of him, who needs a good couple of results. Took the first race win, hasn't won a race since. Jamie Brazier's finished 2nd place. Big Boy Brazier has in every race. You can't see him getting 2nd place here. He's only 7th, as Stealth Sloth is now 5 seconds clear of Dean, who's 10 seconds clear of Kelly. Then, but Rabbit Joe is the man who's got the bit between his teeth here as Big Boy, that Bozzy Boy makes a mistake somewhere. Brazier's took the fastest lap back from Lucas Roth, and Lucas Roth around the outside gets the move done on that Bozzy Boy. Lap 7 of 8, 12.5 minutes in here, and what a fantastic job by these drivers then. That Bozzy Boy sticking in Lucas Roth's slipstream, really wants that position. Just looking down the order, Ewart on the back of Monkey Boy for P4 then. Argent and Brazier. Argent had a bit of a slide there, and that looks like Big Boy Brazier's got that one done. Argent then 10 seconds back to Stealth Sloth, who again, him and Dean just seem to, Kelly seems to get caught up in some first lap madness, and Dean and Stealth Sloth seem to have a great opening half of the race, and the back half of the race just seems to all sort of drop away from them. Rabbit Joe coming up the hill down towards the final couple of corners to start the penultimate lap of the race. And this the battle for the final podium place. This is the battle for 5th and 4th. Well, Big Boy Brazier has now got well in front of Argent. What has happened to Argent? He's made a mistake somewhere. Oh, that Bozzy Boy clipping the wall as he comes through there. I don't know if Lucas Roth did the same thing, but they both clipped the wall a little bit. And that ultimately has slowed them down this lap and made a bit of a mess of their lap time. But that Bozzy Boy still sits P2. Here Here, well, he's at P2. Here goes Lucas Roth, and Lucas Roth has gone up the inside and has got that job done. What a manoeuvre from Lucas Roth. Yet again, he's found himself back on the second step of the podium here, and he's really looking like he's driving the bits off this car. Bozzy Boy coming back at him around the outside. Oh, they both get a bit of a slide. That Bozzy Boy holds his. Lucas Roth does not. I think he's got it pointing in the right way. Indeed, he has. But you are Monkey Boy and Brazier are coming at a rate of knots here. And I tell you what, Lucas Roth could fall off the podium. What a shame as well, because he's been fantastic in this race. He's been really good up until one little mistake on the penultimate lap. That surely has gifted that Bozzy Boy the second place, and that will surely, well, Rabbit Joe's has had the win since pretty much lap 2 in this one. That Bozzy Boy's P2, and we'll be giving it now Ewart on the back of Lucas Roth by half a second. This, crucially for the World Cup tonight, could be important. Lucas Roth really started to make some mistakes, and Ewart gets up his inside for P3, and that's Lucas Roth sliding down the order a bit more here. Not what Keegs would have wanted. Was battling for second at one stage, a couple of mistakes, he finds himself fourth. He's still ahead of Big Boy Brazy, but he's going to now lose, that extra point to Ewart in this race. So he's not where he'd want to be. Monkey Boy still fifth ahead of Big Boy. Sloth's got past Argent for 7th place, but Argent's on the back of him, and Dean is well in front of Kelly at the moment. These two having a bit of a quiet one since the word go. Well, I say since the word go. Dean had a brilliant opening couple of laps, but it's gone to pot since then. Now, what has happened to that Bozzy Boy? Because he's now been caught by Ewart rapidly. So has he made a mistake? Lucas Roth still P4, can't get on the back of Ewart. Ewart here could gain himself a couple more points over Big Boy Brazier here. Could be leading this World Cup going into the final round. Final 2 rounds, should I say. Take nothing away from Rabbit Joe's performance tonight, as Kelly's just about to start his final lap of the race, coming through the final chicane. Kelly will be with me in the commentary box tomorrow night as we go through tomorrow's action, and that is going to be absolutely fascinating to watch. I'll be glad to have a co-commentator in the box. Here is Rabbit Joe then coming into the end of Sector 2. Actually up on his best time here. And what can he do? A couple of corners left. That Bozzy Boy really has Ewart on the back of him now. A couple of mistakes and he could lose a couple of places. But we're back to Joe. He's coming up towards the final couple of corners. We'll go back to him in just a moment. But at the minute, it's that Bozzy Boy sitting in second, only just so far. As Rabbit Joe then's coming into the final chicane of the 4th round of this World Cup, and he's going to take Team Greece's first win of the evening. What a job by Rabbit Joe. He's going to take Team Greece's first win. That Bozzy Boy now has really got to get his skates on here and has really got to get a wiggle on. Coming through the final couple of corners, does he get the power out the corner that he needs to take that second place? Yes, he does, as Ewart will take a P3. 12 points for him. Lucas Roth will get 11 points. Monkey Boy will get 10 points. Big Boy Brazier only getting the 9 points then. Not what he'd have wanted there. Argent's going to cross the line, P7. Oh, what's happened to Stealth Sloth? Because Dean Wasoki's got past him, so Monkey Boy scoring some good points. Argent is going to claim 8 points. Now Dean Wasoki has got Stealth Sloth right on the back of him, and who's got the better run out the final chicane? Stealth Sloth's had a twitch, and Dean Wasoki looks like he's going to take 7 points. Stealth Sloth is going to claim 6, and Kelly is going to come home for 5 points here. Not the race for Kelly that he wanted. Champ looked like he was in then, so hopefully we can get Champ in. See, Champ, obviously, the points will now go to 15. Sorry, no, it won't go to 15 for him. It'll still be 14 for the win. But there are your race results. We'll be back in 2 seconds with the penultimate track of the evening.
turn on this car.
Couldn't break your heart. Honestly, is it really love? It can't tear you apart. Is it really love? It couldn't break your heart. Honestly, is it really love? It can't tear you apart. Is it really love? I criticized myself for trusting lies. I know I can't hide, 'cause then I'd be alone, stuck on the inside. The heart doesn't need a castle, it needs a bridge. Been so scared that I'd unravel. Brick by brick, I built these walls. Now I know that I'm enough. Just watch me tear them down. I'm gonna tear them down. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? Just watch me march towards the battle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. I'm gonna tear down this castle.
I'm gonna turn on this car.
Watch me march. If it couldn't break your heart, honestly, is it really love? It can't tear you.
Welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen. The guys have got a little bit of practice under their belt, and the race will begin in 10 seconds. And we've got champion the session, the American, for Team America, Team US of A. So what can Team USA do? They're not obviously going to be in the standings for the win. Can they throw a few spanners in the works? Let's keep our eyes out on that one. Then there's a few less points on offer now for the Drivers' Champ as well. We'll start P1 for his first race alongside KLF, Stovsloff 13, Wasaki 4th, Argent 5th, Big Boy Brazier 6th, Monkey Boy 7th, Luke Roth 8th, Uart in 9th, that Aussie Boy 10th and Rabbit Joe 11th. I'm not used to seeing them two at the back of the grid. Big Boy Brazier and Uart tied on 48, Lucas Roth and Rabbit Joe tied on 46, and it's that Aussie Boy on 40 with Monkey Boy 44, Monkey Boy on 40. 8 points separate the top 6 drivers, and we are away here. And Kelly and Stovsloff, Champ has got swamped at the start there. He's already down to P6. Kelly in the lead coming through turn 1. Dean Wasaki following him through into second place. Good little start. Big Boy Brazier's already up to 3rd. Stovsloff's 4th. Champ's down into 5th with Argent fighting with him as they come in towards the Asses. Lucas Roth 7th. Monkey Boy's 8th. Rabbit Joe's 9th. He's down to 10th. His Uwatch has got past him into 8th. Rabbit Joe's now 10th. Lucas Roth, I can't keep up with everybody, overtaking everybody. Who is that in the wall? Oh, Lucas Roth has ended up in a wall somewhere, but KLF out in front by 1.5 seconds, leading this race from Big Boy Brazier. Dean Wasaki down in 3rd now. Him and Stovsloff. Wow, he hits a curb and flies through the air. Charging up into 4th now. Dean still 3rd. He'd lost a lot of momentum through that final corner. Down the start straight they go then. Here comes Champ looking to overtake Dean as well. And Team America up the inside of 1. Can he get up the inside of Team Norway? No, comes back in front to Team Argentina, and Dean puts him well off the road. Look how far Champ has gone there. And Dean subsequently up into P4, back into P3 as Argent's had a slide. That Aussie Boy will get 4th. Joe very wide. He rejoins Uart's 6th. Battling for 6th. Just a bit of a touch of wheels there with him and Monkey Boy, and that goes off. Rabbit Joe then is 8th. Champ, who braked obviously a lot earlier than Dean, got pelted off at turn 1. Down in 9th, Lucas Roth making the comeback for Team Argentina in 10th with Stovsloff 11th. Kelly then still leads this race, but has got Big Boy Brazier all over the back of him. Guys, 14 people watching the stream, 8 likes. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in as well. Big Boy Brazier here needs some good points, didn't score well in his last race, needs some good points to regain that championship lead, and he's looking on the back of KLF, but KLF all over the curb into turn 1 and 2, and managers always picked up a half-second slowdown penalty, but that won't be so bad coming through the S's section. Bozzy Boy's 3rd, Dean's very wide, has lost out to Uart and Argent for 4th and 5th. Here looks Uart for Team Malaysia, who's taken 1 race win tonight. Argent P5th, Champ back up to 7th as Rabbit Joe and Lucas Roth battle it out. Rabbit Joe doesn't look quite comfortable around this Suzuka circuit. 20 laps of this track. And come on, Kelly, says Beth. So there you go, Kelly. You've got a fan for the evening in Bethany Ann Duffin. She's changed her allegiance from Gary 131 to KLF 900. So come on, Kelly, she says in the chat, as he's still leading here. He's led all 4 laps as we start the 4th. No, so he's led all 3 laps as we start the 4th right now. That Bozzy Boy under pressure from Ewart for P3, and Ewart for lies plastic going into turn 1. Kelly on the grass a bit more here, and Big Boy Brazier cannot get past the Team Switzerland car. They've got to kiss the luck here against Kelly, I reckon, in the bad break. The cool running squad. They've got Bozzy Boy and Ewart gaining on the back of them. Champ is trying to gain on the back of Arjun for P5 and 6. What's happened to Dean? He's dropped down to P8. He's trying to gain on Rabbit Joe. Lucas Roth still 9th. Stealth Sloth 10th. Monkey Boy down in 11th. So not his finest race here at Suzuka, as Ewart fastest man on track, and for a 4th lap in a row, KLF 900 leads them over the line to start the 5th lap of this 20 lap race. So 15 laps left to go, 3 minutes 20 in with 47 seconds a lap. Champ sets the fastest lap. Here comes Ewart on Big Boy Brazier. Is he going to look for KLF? No, he's not. Brazier, did he kind of cut the nose off? Oh, and Kelly's had a massive spin on the curb. Oh, what a shame for Kelly. It was going so well. Brazier now leads from Ewart. The 2 drivers that are tied for the championship lead. That Bozzy Boy has a 1.1 second penalty in P3. Excuse me, Champ's got up into P4. Argent is 5th now. Joey's up into 6th. Kelly down in 7th with Dean on the back of him. Kelly was having such a good drive, just put too much on the curbs. Dean has got Lucas Roth all over the back of him there, quite away in front of Stoff, who is battling hard with Monkey Boy then, but Brazier leads us over the line. That Bozzy Boy has lost a bit of his time penalty, but he's got to keep that pace going. Champ, Team America, can they get a podium first time out here? What is he going to do then as Brazier leads from Ewart? That Bozzy Boy, Champ, Argent, Rabbit Joe has got KLF hounding the back of him. The Team Grease car took a win. Oh, and KLF very wide. Joe very wide. Kelly's had another spin. Joe as well has had a spin. Lucas Roth gains a place or 2. Dean Wasaki gains a place as well. KLF and Joe both rejoin. But Kelly twice now on turn 1 has lost the rear of that car. Stokes off and Monkey Boy having a cracking battle. Ewart gaining on the back of Big Boy Brazier. It's that short a lap that we're coming to start lap 7 here. Good job by these 2. The best lap for Big Boy Brazier. Champ still has the fastest lap of the race, who's now P3, has got a slowdown. That Bozzy Boy still has a 2nd to his name. Argent sits in 5th with Lucas Roth now P6. Lucas Roth could do with a good couple of points, because Ewart and Brazier 1st and 2nd is not where he'd want to be. Joe, though, not getting good points either. Dean up into 7th place. Good stuff from him in this one. Ahead of Rabbit Joe and KLF. KLF has got some pace around this circuit. Really has got some tremendous pace here. As KLF 5.5 minutes into this race, and we are nearly at half distance in this one. Rabbit Joe on the back of Dean Wasaki, KLF on the back of Rabbit Joe in towards the S's. Tight circuit, not a lot of overtaking can be done in this part of the track. Kelly will know that, he's wise to it. Joe, it seemed a bit rough tonight, he seemed to get the elbows out tonight. He's looking to make a move on Dean, but cannot get it done at this part of the track. All the overtaking is pretty much turn 1. Dean keeps in front of Rabbit Joe, but did Kelly have a bit of a run on Joe there? No, he did. Monkey Boy starting to pull away of Stokes off, and maybe just gain on the back of Dean Wasaki. Best lap of the race for Dean of 50.4, 5 seconds slower than Champ in P2. What has happened to Ewart? He's dropped out the order, but here goes Rabbit Joe in towards turn 1. Dean defends his line, and Joe now looks up the inside. Dean gets turn 1 horribly wrong, seems to slow right down there. Kelly looks to make a lunge. He's got up the inside of Dean. He's up the inside of Rabbit Joe, and KLF here concedes it to go to because he was on the outside. But what a job from Kelly. He's driving like a man possessed around this circuit. You are P4 on the back of that Bozzy Boy. What happened to him? I don't know. Champ still has a slowdown penalty, but is flying in this race at the moment. Oh, he's off. He's gone very wide there. These are well in front of Ewart and that Bozzy Boy, who is Ewart up into 3rd now, gets a heck of a slide coming through turn 1. Argent kind of on his own, as is Lucas Roth. But Rabbit Joe still ahead of KLF. Dean Wasaki still trying to stay with them as best he can. KLF has been brilliant around this circuit so far. What can he do at the back end of this race? Nearly at half distance. 7 minutes into this one. Lap 9 of 20. We say Dean starts well and fades towards the end. Well, he's starting to fade here. 1 second ahead of Monkey Boy. Crucially though, 8 seconds ahead of Stove Sloth. That's the crucial thing. Lucas Roth there. Rabbit Joe needs a good exit out this final corner. He's got Stove Sloth, he's got KLF, sorry, breathing down his neck. 7/10 of a second. The slipstream will take effect. Joe sets his best lap time as he crosses the line, and KLF, who led for so long in this race, is now starting to really try and hassle the back of Joe here. That gap just slightly increased by Rabbit Joe as they come into turn 1 and 2. Champ has lost a bit of time to Big Boy Brazier somewhere, who is lapping. Is that Dean Wasocki? It is. Oh, what's happened to Dean? He's down in P11 and is being lapped by the race leader, and is now being lapped by Champ for P2. Dean needs to really tuck into the slipstream and gain on Stove Sloth. And there's Rabbit Joe making a fundamental mistake. We just jumped on board at the right time there, and Kelly up into 7th place. That one done for P7 for now. So Lucas Roth has a slowdown penalty. Argent's on his own in P3. That Bozzy Boy's been dropped by Uart a little bit. Champ leads the race. He leads the race somehow here. Not sure what happened to Big Boy Brazier, but Brazier's made a mistake, and Champ now leads. Champ in the number 21 Team America car. Big Boy Brazier, the number 33 Team Kosovo. Uart, 3rd place, number 100 in the Team Malaysia car. Team Azerbaijan, P4. They all claw some good points back on Lucas Roth and Rabbit Joe. But he's got Argent hassle in the back of him now. Is that Bozzy Boy and Team Norway of Argent looking for a move up the inside. That Bozzy Boy can do nothing about it. He's not yet tucked into the slipstream because he can't yet tuck into the slipstream. He can now though, as Argent looks just enough in front enough for him to tuck back in and maybe dive up the inside. Doesn't do it though. Good stuff from these two. Lucas Roth with a time penalty. Can he get on the back? And KLF here has dropped Rabbit Joe. The pace of KLF today around Suzuka, bar 2 mistakes at turn 1, has been incredible from the Team Switzerland driver. I can't remember what country he was racing for there. Apologies. The Team Swiss driver, Stove Sloth, is now a lap down on Champ and has Big Boy Brazier breathing down his neck as well. Champ able to use the slipstream of Stove Sloth to keep that lead advantage here, as Argent has still got it, stayed in front of Bozzy Boy. They're about to lap Dean Wasocki, whose race has just gone from bad to worse here. Don't forget, you scored 4 points for last now with the extra car in the session. So that Bozzy Boy at the moment really doing bits. Argent, sorry, really doing bits. That Bozzy Boy's got to do it again to catch up to him. KLF flying at the moment. Can he gain on the back of Lucas Roth? 6 seconds is the time to gain. There's only 7 laps left here, as Rabbit Joe is now getting further and further behind KLF. And I wouldn't say closer to Rabbit Joe, but to Monkey Boy, sorry, is Rabbit Joe. That gap's 5.2 seconds, but Monkey Boy here is 25 seconds out of Stove Sloth, who's only got 8 seconds out of Dean Wasocki. Now, what has happened to Monkey Boy? To Stove Sloth. Dean is going slow. Oh, and Stove Sloth's parked up at the side of the road. What has happened to Michael? We've lost Stove Sloth from the room. He will score no points for this race, and that could really hurt his championship then, or his title, to not finish on the bottom here with no points. Champ getting 14 for the win. We've lost Stove Sloth from the race then. But this has meant that Dean Wasocki then will get P10. Oh, what has happened? Has Dean retired from the race as well? I believe we've lost Dean Wasocki as well. There's only 9 cars out there, so Dean Wasocki as well has retired from the race. So what a shame. So Monkey Boy now running last, but gaining on Rabbit Joe here. Champ leads this one from Big Boy Brady, who may have made another mistake somewhere. 6.5 seconds is the gap. Champ on lap 15 of 20. And is up on his delta here, so he is flying, coming through the S's in the middle of the track. Team USA. You are comfortably in P3 from that Bozzy Boy, who's got past Argent, but so has Lucas Roth. Argent's dropped to 6th. Owen has made a mistake and has had a spin, and here comes Kelly flying at the moment. Kieran's had a spin and rejoins now, but Kelly sails back into the top 5. Kelly is having a dream race here, and a good result for KLF could maybe get him closer to Argent and Monkey Boy in this championship battle, with Dean Wasocki and Stove not scoring any points before the final race. He'll pull away from them even more, But this is absolutely brilliant drive from KLF. Argent, Lucas Roth getting on the back of Argent, and Argent's got back. Argent needs to get back in front of Lucas Roth needs to get back in front of Argent here because he needs to score a few more points. He's losing a lot of points to Big Boy Brazier and Ewart, as Monkey Boy P9 and Rabbit Joe are losing even more. Champ, though, not giving them maximum points. He's managing to keep the points down to 13 for Big Boy Brazier and 12 if you're Ewart. He's coming to start lap 13. He's about to lap Monkey Boy in this race. He has been flying. He's 9 seconds clear of Big Boy Brazier. What pace he's got. Brazier 1.1 slower than his best. Here is that Bozzy Boy on a best lap. It said that's gone now from next to his name. As he does do a best time, 10th quicker than his best time previously. Got 10 seconds to Ewart, 10 seconds to KLF. KLF's got Argent all on the back of him, and I think Argent had a bit of a slide coming through that final corner. Would have lost a lot of speed down the straight, not being at top speed as quick as the two, one in front, one behind. Lap 17 for these guys, and Monkey Boy lap 16, 11 seconds behind Joe. There is Champ in front, who has passed him. You are here, P2, and what can he do? He's got past his rival Big Boy Brazier, and that'll put him on the top of the leaderboard at the moment. Brazier not having a very good Suzuki here. That Bozzy Boy in kind of no man's land. KLF, though, is actually catching the back of that Bozzy Boy for P4. He's clearing Kieran Argent. Lucas Roth needs to get on the back of Argent. That is Rabbit Joe. The race leader's about to start the penultimate lap of this race. Champ is driven superbly in this one. Here comes Ewart. P2 at the minute. 6/10 clear of Jamie Brazier, Big Boy Brazier, who again, shout out to Big Boy Brazier. There's best time for Ewart there. Big Boy Brazier has in the back of him. That Bozzy Boy cannot afford mistakes here because KLF is going to be on the back of him quicker than you can say. In fact, KLF, Argent and Lucas Roth will be on the back of him, and Kelly here looking for a P5. He's just got 2 more laps to go. Can he hang on in there? Kieran Argent all over the back of Kelly now, really hassling the back of him. As we come down the straight, Kelly defending his line. Argent's not going to look to make the move, and he's got Keegs on the back of Argent, and Keegs has got up the inside of Argent. So Lucas Roth, aka Keegan, great move up the inside. Rabbit Joe watches all this unfold. Lucas Roth up to P6, meaning that Argent will score another point less, helping KLF get on the back of the Team Norway car. But the Team Norway car looking to fight back. Oh, and has a spin, and Argent's had a huge slide and just taps Rabbit Joe, I believe, there. But Joe luckily didn't lose the car. Argent has been lapped, but take nothing away from this man Champ. He's going to take the 14 here, the P1. 14 points for him in this championship already. Good start to his night for Champ with a win. Ewart looks like he's going to take 13 points coming through the final part of the circuit here then. Yeah, Ewart will take 13. Big Boy Brazier is going to take 12 points. That Bozzy Boy is going to take 11. And then it's the battle between these three. Keegs has a time penalty behind KLF. KLF looking for 10 points here for 5th place. And I think he's going to do it because of Keegs' time penalty. KLF is going to take 10 points. That Lucas Roth is going to take 9, presumably ahead of Rabbit Joe, who will take 8. Not the race for Rabbit Joe or Lucas Roth. Kieran Argent will take 7 and Monkey Boy will take 6. We'll be right back with the final round of this World Cup tonight as Team USA take their first win.
this car.
Couldn't break your heart. Is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? I criticized myself for trusting lies. I know I can't hide, 'cause then I'd be alone, stuck on the inside. The heart doesn't need a castle, it needs a bridge. Been so scared that I'd unravel. Brick by brick, I built these walls. Now I know that I'm enough. Just watch me tear them down. I'm gonna tear them down. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? Just watch me march towards the battle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. I'm gonna tear down this castle.
I'm gonna tear down this car.
Watch me march. If it couldn't break your heart, is it
at the moment, and here is Dean Wysocki then. That track was horrid, says Joe and Keegs, for about the last one. Suzuka short. Oh, there's no volume. There's no volume. I've kept the thing on mute and I've been talking to you this whole time and I've had the thing on mute. I cannot believe I've left it on mute. One job, Matt, and it's all gone to pot. But Dean Wysocki, as I was saying, leads this one just from Lucas Roth, who loves the Goodwood Festival of Speed Circuit. Dean here, 2 laps in. We've seen him fade off towards the end of the race. Can he keep it going in this one? Rabbit Joe, horrible through the back part of the track. That will allow Ewart and Big Boy Brazier 3rd and 4th to come through. Champ is now up to 6th. Champ is 6th. For some reason we can't see Champ or Argent. KLF is 8th. I think we can now. Yeah, there's Champ, there's Argent. Both must have took to the grass at some point. There's KLF, then P8, Monkey Boy 9th. That Bossy Boy last, really struggling around here at the minute. Lucas Roth, though, leads the race from Big Boy Brazy now. Then Ewart. What has happened to Dean? Dean is 4th. Oh, he's gone into the wall at the chicane. What a shame. Rabbit Joe onto the grass. Dean has struggled to get going. What a shame here. Honestly, that is unbelievable. Really, really is. Unfortunate for Dean, that is. He was doing so well yet again, but has lost out here, and he's now dropped down to P6. Champ on the grass in 7th, Kelly's 8th. That Bozzy Boy still struggling in 10th, but Lucas Roth out front. And ultimately here, Big Boy Brazier ahead of Ewart. We could be going to a sudden death race between the two of them. What we have to do is get Jamie in to the party, maybe, to sort that one out. As here then goes Lucas Roth leading this race. Brazier second, trying to catch him. Ewart's in P3. Joe sits in 4th. With Argent 5th, Dean still 6th. KLF's now up to 7th ahead of Monkey Boy. That Bozzy Boy's 9th, and Champ must have had another horrible moment. Kieran Argent has the fastest lap of this race. Here goes Lucas Roth. Big Boy Brazier does the fastest lap of the race now, hunting down the back of Lucas Roth here. Ewart 3rd, Joe 4th. Then there's Argent. Dean's up in 6th. Good last race for Dean this. Kelly with the best lap of his race. Champ back up to 8th. That Bozzy Boy's 9th. Monkey Boy. Oh, poor Monkey Boy. Where's he off? That is the exit of turn 1, is it? No, that's the final chicane. Monkey Boy's had an off. Big off at the final chicane. Lucas Roth then still leading this race at the moment. Lap 4 of 10. As they're coming down the back part of the circuit here, Lucas Roth, car number 21. What can he do? Brilliant camera angle. The sun setting here in England. Lucas Roth up on the Delta. And what can Lucas Roth do? In hard on the braking zone, on the curbs, and through into the chicane we go. For what is the 4th time? He takes it. Oh, Jamie all over the grass. A huge wiggle for Big Boy Brazier there. How much time did he gain on the grass there? He sets a new fastest lap, and I'm not surprised with the speed he took onto the grass. He nearly lost the car. He did so well to hold on to that. What a drop that was. Ewart, though, down in P3, is losing ground on these boys. And is he falling into the trap of Rabbit Joe? Dean Wasocki is now side by side with Argent, looking up the inside in towards turn 1, and Argent stays around the outside and gets that one done against Dean there. Then Champ's back up into 7th, and he's on the grass, and he's horribly on the grass, gets a bit of a wiggle, rejoins now, and that Bozzy Boy of Team Azerbaijan will go back up into P7. Champ down in P8. KLF's dropped to 9th. Poor Kelly, what has happened to him in his final race? Monkey Boy then only crossing the line to start the 5th lap, halfway through this race. And Lucas Roth here, what has happened to Big Boy Brazier? He's down in P4. He's had a massive moment somewhere. And Ewart leading this race for Team Malaysia. Crazy moment for Ewart at the moment. Dean Wasocki is well past Argent. That Bozzy Boy's up into 6th place as well. Argent's got KLF on the back from Champ. Not enjoying the Goodwood speed track. His Monkey Boy 29 seconds off the back. But Lucas Roth really is stretching his legs. He's not going to do enough to beat Ewart in this one. He needs 7 points. Oh, excuse me. But Lucas Roth here is getting another win in this race. He won at Fuji. He looks like he could take the Goodwood win here. For Ewart, he'll only score a point less, which is not what Keegs needs. He needs more points difference than that. It could be, though, enough to get 2nd place from Big Boy Brazier, who is struggling and has that Bozzy Boy catching. And I tell you what, I don't know who's put some fuel in Dean Wasocki's fire, but Dean looking quick in this final race. That Bozzy Boy has the fastest lap of the race as well. And Dean Wasocki here looking really quick at the moment. He's hunting down the back of his nephew, and he's on for some good points. Will it be enough to overtake Kelly in this one? I'm not quite sure. Lucas Roth now sets the fastest lap of the race. And Dean then just ran out a straight line. Otherwise, I think he'd got Liam onto the grass. Dean follows him as well. That's not where you want to be. Big Boy Brazier has lost out massively to Joe somewhere. You are not catching Lucas Roth at all. Lucas Roth in a league of his own. Monkey Boy is in a league of his own, just at the opposite end of the grid. Kieran's now down to 9th. He's got Kelly just in front of him. on the inside line as they come towards the chicane. A bit of a wiggle for KLF, and he lost that place. He's kept the car, loses the place. Champ's back up into 6th, and Dean Wysocki has lost a bit of time to that Bozzy Boy over the final few corners and the first couple of corners. But that Bozzy Boy really gaining on Big Boy Brazier here. Lap 7 of 10. Dean Wysocki, this is the stage of the race, so will he start to drop off, or is Dean going to be able to keep this going? He wants to keep it going. Good final end to the night here for Dean Wysocki. Dean will be back tomorrow representing Team Finland. So let's see what Dean can do. Champ has set the fastest lap of the race, but has had another moment as the Team America car won at Fuji, but is now not going to win here at Goodwood. Kieran up into 7th. No, he's not. He's made a mistake. Argent rejoins the track as KLF is now coming past and has to take to the grass to do so. But Argent here at the back of the pack. Lucas Roth, though, 10 seconds ahead of you. Are flying at the moment is Lucas Roth. Keegan really is having such a good night here. 2 wins, the most wins for one driver in the night. The wins have been shared around quite evenly. Monkey Boy, Rabbit Joe, UArt, Champ, and then obviously Lucas Roth himself, but could take 2 wins. Lap 8 he's on. He's about to come to the final end of the lap to start lap 9. For Big Boy Brazier, though, his World Cup will have to be continued tomorrow for Team Latvia, as he's not going to take this one. That Bozzy Boy dropping off the back of Big Boy Brazier. Dean not being able to keep with him. He's well in front of Champ, though. KLF still ahead of Argent. This is pretty much the only battle on track. They're all a bit spaced out here, but what has happened further forward? That Bozzy Boy's made a mistake somewhere, and that's Dean Wysocki into P5. So that Bozzy Boy drops to 6th place, and he's not going to feel justified with that one. Just got in front of his teammate Rabbit Joe, and he's now going to lose 3 points to him. That'll be enough to keep Joe above him in the standings. This man, though, penultimate lap of the race, coming round to nearly start the final lap. That's crazy. He is flying, is Lucas Roth at the minute. Absolutely flying in this one. On his own, doing a stellar job. UArt has Rabbit Joe only a second behind him. Joe has spun all on his own. Brazier gets past. Where's Dean Wysocki? Can Dean find a way through? Joe starts to get going now. Now he should be up to speed before Dean can get through here. But Dean will be coming, and with that mistake from Joe, that's allowed Brazier that if Brazier can gain on the back of UArt, if UArt makes a mistake, Brazier could tie the title. This man, final lap. What a job Lucas Roth has done in this race. Champ on the grass again. Whoa, well off is Champ. This will allow Argent through. He span a long way off as Champ there, just at the side of the road. He can't get the car turned around to rejoin at the minute. There's KLF. Can Kelly get in front of Champ? Champ still cutting the grass at the minute. I know Kelly would say it looks more like a Honda than a Red Bull X 2014 Junior car. Obviously, Kelly, a big fan of the Honda lawnmowers, as Champ gets back on track, but may finish P10, though. This man has been fantastic in this race. Lucas Roth is going to take a win, barring something disastrous here. And that would do him wonders if the championship was still alive. It's not, unfortunately. Is he going to go the way of UArt? No, because Brazier's through. We didn't see how. We're going to watch this man cross the line. He loves Goodwood. He'll tell anyone. Goodwood Classic Minis, that's his track. Well, Goodwood Red Bull X Juniors, that's his track as well. As he spins across the line, does a full 360, and he's still going to finish in front of the others. Good job from Keegs. Brazier, though, leads by over a second from UArt. So I think Big Boy Brazier here could tie the championship. He's going to take a P2. UArt will take 12 points. They're going to be tied on 73. Rabbit Joe will cross the line in P4 for 11 points. Hats off to Dean Wysocki. What a drive from him. He's going to take a big 10 points in that one. Good final enter, Dean. He's been trying to get there all night. Just hasn't had the pace. Seemed to have dropped off. That Bozzy Boy will take 9 points. Argent then. He's going to come across for what looks to be 86 seconds ahead of KLF. Struggling night for Argent. As he crosses the line, P7, KLF will come across the line in P8 for 7 points. Monkey Boy is going to claim P9 for 6, and 5 points are going to go the way of Champ. So Champ doesn't manage to get Stoke Sloth, even with Stoke Sloth not racing this one. He's going to come across the line backwards here. Here's Champ. As we just await Champ then to cross the line, I can tell you that Big Boy Brazier with Dan, aka Uart, we may have to have a sudden death here for the World Cup, a penalty shootout, if you will, in football terminology here. Lucas Roth will finish a solid 3rd place, but we'll
I just realized I've built walls a mile high. You're the night sky trying to make me see your stars. But now I'm all stuck on the inside. The heart doesn't need a castle, it needs a bridge. Been so scared that I unravel. Brick by brick, I built these walls. Now I know that I am strong. Just watch me tear them down. I'm gonna tear them down. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? Just watch me march towards the battle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. I'm gonna tear down this castle.
Gonna turn on this car.
Watch me march. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? I criticized myself for trusting lies. I know I can't hide, 'cause then I'd be alone, stuck on the inside. The heart doesn't need a castle, it needs a bridge. Been so scared that I'd unravel. Brick by brick, I built these walls. Now I know that I'm enough. Just watch me tear them down. I'm gonna tear them down. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? Just watch me march towards the battle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. I'm gonna tear down this castle.
Gonna turn on this car.
Watch me march. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love?
welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen, and we are just getting ready here to do the sudden death penalty shootout, if you will. Ignore every other driver on the grid. Well, don't ignore them. Let's give them a big round of applause. Hit that thumbs up button for the top job that they have all done tonight. But it's going to be a 5-lap sprint here at Brands Hatch Indy between Uart and Big Boy Brazier for the title. We have got Smoky Devil in the session. It'd be nice to him get a final race win. I get a final race in, should I say. But, yeah, I think at the moment it's going to be a little bit... It's obviously not going to matter what the standings are and everything like that. It's all done. It's all done and dusted. And it is now just depending on what Ewart and Big Boy Brazier can do. We are going to go ready in just a moment. When everything is done and all sorted, we will go live to the race. We are just awaiting the other drivers to be prepared and for it to say ready on the screen, and then we can get in and away. Message Smoky Devil to get him to ready up in the session then, and we'll be back underway for a sudden death decider between the final two drivers of Big Boy Brazier and Ewart. And I think it's only fair that what we do is to stop them having... In fact, no, what we'll do is we'll leave it with the grid as it is. We are just awaiting Smoky Devil to ready up. He's not ready up in a minute, we'll have to get going. Alright, looks like he's ready now, so we can get the final race underway, the title decider underway. As we are spectating now, so between Ewart and Big Boy Brazier for this one. So it is between Ewart, Big Boy Brazier. They'll line up near each other on the grid. Smoky Devil obviously not in the Portugal colours that he was meant to be in. But I'm sure we can let him off for this final race of the calendar tonight. As the lights are on, then it's just 5 laps here at Brands Indy, and we are away. It is between Ewart and Big Boy Brazier. There they both are towards the back of the pack. Ewart though making the first moves. What can these guys do? Dean having to start way back at the moment, and Ewart getting a bit held up then there. It's Big Boy Brazier trying to follow him through. Only 5 laps at this Brands Hatch Indy track, so what are the boys going to do then? Because it's you've got to be quick. It's a very fast circuit here, like the Suzuka short one. You've not got a lot of time to be messing around here, so you really want to be getting on with making your way through the grid. Ewart already up into 4th, Big Boy Brazier P6, stuck behind Dean. In the other news, Champs leading the race, Monkey Boy 2nd, Argent's 3rd, as Ewart's about to fly past him here then. So Ewart looks like he's going to go up into P3, and he does so into Paddock Hill Bend, and Big Boy Brazier is only P6 at the moment. Is he going to keep pushing? That Bozzy Boy, whoa, where is he going? Well off at Paddock Hill and straight on. As Smoky Devils drop down to 10 for Team Portugal. Kelly's 9th. Them two's had many a battle over at Motive Racing. Lucas Roth up into 8th, but this mainly the decider between Ewart and Big Boy Brazier. Big Boy Brazier has now just got past Team Wasaki into P5, so he's got to now keep pushing to hunt down the back of the Team Malaysia car. Has Team Kosovo. Champ leading this one by a heck of a margin from Monkey Boy. Ewart will now hunt him down. Big Boy Brazier has got to hunt down Argent. Rabbit Joe's got past Dean Wasaki. Here's a battle then. Dean Wasaki looking back at him as they come towards Paddock Hill Bend. Joe covers that one off, but Dean, is he still going to fight it? Joe's gone very wide. That's how wide Joe's gone. He's into the gravel, rejoins the track. Kelly will fly past as well. That Bozzy Boy's got some work to do. But Big Boy Brazier then trying to get on the back of Kieran here. You are trying to gain on the back of Monkey Boy. Lap 3 of 5, so very short here Champ well out in front at the moment. Chris is saying, has the stream froze or is it just him? I think it has frozen. If you go out the stream, Chris, and come back in, you can get the stream back up. But it's Champ leading from Monkey Boy. You are really gaining on him. Argent must have made a mistake coming through Paddock Hill Bend, because here comes Big Boy Brazier. P4. He's got 2 laps now to hunt down the World Cup victory in the World Cup tonight here at Simplay Motorsport. A little special event we're doing tonight for this. Champ looks like he's going to take his 2nd win of the evening, which will move him above Stowsloff after the deciding race. Unfortunate that for Stowsloff, but that's the way motorsport works at times. As we're going to come round, start the final lap then. Champ on the final lap. Big Boy Brazier hasn't got enough to catch Ewart, as Ewart is on the back of Monkey Boy then round Paddock Hill Bend for the final time here. And Ewart looking like he's going to become the Simplay champion in the World Cup, the world champion for Team Malaysia. They've always probably dreamed of being in a World Cup. Well, now they are. And Ewart is going to be the man to take the glory for them. Take nothing away from Champ though. Champ has gone from lights out here. He's done absolute bits, and here goes Champ. Brazier hasn't had it all his own way. Champ though is going to take 14 points in the final deciding race tonight. Monkey Boy will take 13. The World Cup champion is going to be this man. Ewart will take the World Cup. He's beaten his rival Big Boy Brazier to take it. Brazier will come home and score 11 points. Kieran Argent is going to grab 10 points. Good end to Argent's night in the decider. Lucas Roth will take 9 from Rabbit Joe, who will take 8. KLF will take a further 7 points in his points tally tonight. That Bozzy Boy will come back to take 6. And Smokey Devil has ultimately beaten Dean Wasaki, so Smokey Devil will get the first points on the board of 5, and Dean Wasaki is going to trundle home. I don't know what has happened to Dean, but he's just going to plod home for 4 points. He's got it to do tomorrow night though, as Dean Wasaki for Team Finland. What can he do tomorrow? But there you go then. Ewart is your champion of the world. The Malaysian driver will take the World Cup honours tonight. Who will take the World Cup honours tomorrow night? You'll have to join us live for that one. 14 cars on the grid, a full grid tomorrow night, so make sure you tune in for that one. We will see you tomorrow night at 8 PM. Join us next week for our F1 and Assetto Corsa Competizione fun races. But from all of us here at Simplay Motorsport, take care and good night.
Calling to say I